The annual Great Lakes Showdown had a familiar conclusion for Westlake as the Chaps fell for the 6th consecutive time to rival Lake Travis. In 2012, the last-second blow delivered by the Cavaliers propelled Westlake to a fierce run to the state semifinal game. This defeat poses the same question. How will this team respond? With 5A powerhouses like Hendrickson and Lake Travis idle this week, Westlake will have a chance to sharpen their playoff swords. Live from Chaparral Stadium, it's the regular season finale. It's Austin High and Westlake, and it's coming up next.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. Audiences will be astounded by concert-quality music and dramatic visual effects in a stunning production perfect for all ages. Join us December 12th, 13th, and 14th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present The Nutcracker Spectacular. Tickets are on sale now. Get them online at WHSTEC.com.
Game day. Welcome back. Night falls from the hills of Westlake. We welcome you live inside Chaparral Stadium, Eddie Neptune Field, playing host for the regular season finale between the Westlake Chaparrals and the Austin High Maroons. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell, and we welcome you up into the USCU press box as we broadcast live on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel and, of course, 1490 AM KLGO, the word KLGO, 1490, and, of course, Westlake Sports is our Twitter handle, at Westlake Sports, Facebook.com/Westlake Sports. You can follow us via social media. You can also follow us online at WestlakeNation.com, and, of course, listen to us on the Tap app. Well, we're here. The season finale here as far as the regular season is concerned, John, and a lot of learned lessons coming from a one-point loss yet again at the hands of the rival Lake Travis Cavaliers. And we talked to Coach Allman before the ball game started. You heard it in our pregame show. Tonight was all about getting back on the field, and I think that is probably the biggest benefit for this team going into playoffs next week in the Bi-District round.
Yeah, it really allows the Chaparrals to forget quickly about that game, and it's not even really something they need to forget about because all they have to do is remember last year when they were lost to Lake Travis in such a devastating fashion, here at Chaparral Stadium, and they responded so well going into the playoffs and making that run. And all they have to do is look at that year, last year, and say, let's do that again.
We'll be right back. We'll pause for the national anthem. This is Westlake football.
At age 40, attorney and Marine Corps reservist David Little was the picture of health until the left side of his body went completely numb.
We were on the phone while he was driving home when he suddenly stopped talking.
My dad had a stroke when he was driving me home.
I'm just really glad he ended up at St. David's, South Austin.
St. David's, South Austin saved my life.
Do you know what to do in an emergency? Visit stdavids.com to learn more.
The Steam Team, your number one choice for cleaning residential and commercial carpet, tile, and wood flooring, upholstery, air ducts, and more, including 24-hour emergency water and fire damage restoration. The Steam Team is an Austin original, locally owned and operated since 1983. All employees are trained and certified by the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. We guarantee our services, and we'll do whatever it takes to please our customers. Call 451-TEAM or online at thesteamteam.com.
And the beautiful sights and sounds of Chaparral Stadium. I'm Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell. We're here with you for the season finale and the regular season contest, and we go to the Hall of Fame. How about that? The Chaparrals in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Of course, Drew Brees breaking Dan Marino's single-season passing record in 2011, the day after Christmas, on a 9-yard touchdown pass to one, the smallest receiver in his arsenal, if you will, in Darren Sproles. But Nick Foles on Sunday afternoon for the Philadelphia Eagles, class of 2007, played for the Chaparrals in 2006, part of that state semifinalist, or state finalist team, rather. 7 touchdown passes in 3 quarters of play. They shipped his shoes, his jersey, his pants, all to Canton, and that's where it sits, right beside Peyton Manning, who did it in the inaugural game of the NFL season here in this season against the Baltimore Ravens. Not bad. Of course, you have the juggernaut there, and the weather tonight actually picture perfect. 61 degrees, 47% humidity, no wind to speak of. Both flags hanging limp on the north end of the end zone. But John, pretty cool stuff. Not one, but 2 former Chaparrals in the Hall of Fame for what they've been able to do in the regular season.
Well, it really was such a great day for Nick Foles and his performance, and this speaks to the tradition of this Westlake program, especially at the quarterback position. It doesn't stop with Drew Brees and Nick Foles. There's so many guys who come to this program at that position that have been, really good Division I players at the quarterback position, and it's great for that. Great for Nick.
And we'll kick it off live here with a short kickoff here at the 20. Now, ready to go at the 29-yard line along the right hash. First down and 10. We'll get to the starters here in just a moment. As we know them, of course, Gallinghouse and Cope are the tackles, or Farrell and Marks the guards. The center is Bobby Dwyer. We'll get to the receivers here in just a moment. On the handoff, right up the gut goes Alex Chavez. Chavez to the 35, picks up the first down after the 42-yard line before he's brought down by a host of tacklers there. That's a 13-yard pickup. In the backfield, Ben Slaughter along with Alex Chavez, and of course the halfback Brian Keeney. The receivers, John Rawlings not making the start tonight. In fact, he is in street clothes. We'll see some of Malik Jacobs. Of course, we'll see a host of other receivers as well, including John Rhodes, Andrew Laycock, along with Patrick Elliott. And now rolling left on first down and 10, hitting the backfield as he threw the ball incomplete to the left side is Jordan Seaver. And for the Austin High Maroons on defense, a 3-4 defense. Senior Layden up front, the defensive ends, Wyatt Simmons and Josh Christman. Robert Navejas is the defensive tackle. Claiborne and Dowell are the outside linebackers. Inside of sophomores, Condre King and Nick Clausen. Cornerbacks are Trey Montoya and Desmond Barrett. Safety, Chris Elizondo, and the rover is Davis Parsons. So heavy up the left side of the formation here with 3 wide receivers on second down and 10. Now back to the right is Seaver from the right half mark. Now the handoff to Chavez. Chavez the senior up the gut at the 45-yard line. Runs over one tackler at the 50 as he makes his way into Austin High territory with yet another first down run inside the 46-yard line. And those are the football blazing at 46. Back-to-back 13-yard runs, and it's not Chavez, it's Ben Slaughter. So the senior also getting his carry. So both of them with exactly the same yardage running. And now Slaughter's going to get the call again. He bounces it to the outside. Just outside the numbers in front of the Westlake bench. Inside the 45-yard line. And down to the 41. 13 yards, and they back it up, John, with yet another positive run. Westlake wasting no time. They were just sticking with the rock on the ground. Only one passing attempt. Jordan is 0 for 1. 2 wide receivers to the far side left. Now the passes through to the near side. That pass caught by Rhodes leg at the 40. Rhodes bounces it outside the numbers inside 35, down to the 30, and he's still on his feet somehow as he stutter steps his way inside the 25-yard line, inside the red zone, and down to the 13-yard line. What an amazing run at 28 yards after the catch for Rhodes leg. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, why we did not want to see him get out of the ball game when he was thrown out of the ballgame for targeting. On the replay, we found that necessarily wasn't the case, but you can see just how much of a difference he makes. A 28-yard pickup and a first down after the catch. Inside the 12-yard line, back to pass on a 3-step drop to senior. Jordan Seaton surveying, fires left and low, and that pass is incomplete. Nice pop on the other end of the play there by Christian. Josh, at 6'4", 200 pounds of senior, just absolutely blowing up Jordan as he threw that ball. And partner John Nigel, a little hoarse, a little raspy, if you will. And it's all part of design. We're talking to a guy that sat at Floyd Casey, the second to last, or third to last game at Floyd Casey Stadium last night for Baylor and Oklahoma. And, you might hear me a little bit more than you would tonight. But we'll see. It sounds good, though. Second down and 10, straight up the gut at the 5-yard line, bouncing off with these tacklers and straight up the gut is Alex Chavez. Chavez is his 11th touchdown run, and Chavez is into the end zone. Touchdown.
What a great opening drive for the Westlake Chaparrals. Westlake came into this game with focus on offense, run the football, and when we saw it on that drive, that was probably the best running drive that we've seen all year from this Westlake team. Thanks to the yardage on the ground between Alex Chavez and Ben Slaughter, finished off with a really nice run, powerful run by Chavez as the extra point is put through.
The extra point is good. We'll take a quick timeout. Continue to score after one
On game days, you see me running out here with close to 100 other people. It's a team effort. It takes all of us to make UT football a success. It's a lot like you and your finances. You need to surround yourself with the best people in the business. That's where University Federal Credit Union comes in. The UFCU team works hard to make sure your financial game plan is always in shape. University of Texas Athletics and University Federal. So close, we share the same life.
For the Westlake Chaparrals, a pretty impressive scoring drive. 7 plays, 71 yards, took 1 minute and 16 seconds to execute. A 12-yard touchdown run by Alex Chavez. And for Alex Chavez, what a whale of a senior year of tough running up the gut. And Chavez with his 11th touchdown of the season in the double digits last week against Chavez. And now Alex Reeves will line this one up. He'll kick from left to right, the middle red. The red jerseys, blue numerals, trim to right. Some of them are white numerals. Making the run there is Alexander. Alexander, the starting safety, makes it out to the 15-yard line to the 16. And a good job there. As Alexander was picked up nicely by Zane Monini. Nick Scott also there as well. A host of characters expected here tonight. The scoring drive as Westlake on top, 7-0. Nick Scott with a nice tackle there on a much bigger target. As Alexander does a lot of the return work here. For the Occupy Marines, averaging just over 15 yards per return. 2 wide receivers to the far side, right here, the right side. We'll give you that information in just a moment as far as the offense is concerned. Bulldogs go straight up the gut. First time around, we get a good look at how some of them goes. But before the main offense, along the offensive line, big game lady, left tackle, he's a senior tackle, 6'7", 280 pounds. The right tackle is Andy Day, Nick Grubbs, and Grayson O'Gwynn is the guards. Abiel Saldivar is the center. Devon Eastie, Casey Schwartzberger, and along with Rudy Sines are the receivers. John Albert is the receiver, and AJ Pacheco are the backs. Barry Talbot, the sophomore, he's 250 pounds. Hasn't seen him throw the ball just yet. Handoff inside. Gain out to the 19-yard line. Once again, Solomon David with the ball, the 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. For the Capitals on defense, Brecken Hagel, Hudson Hall, Daniel Bateman, and Nick Womack make up the line. Bennett Huddleston, Dave Duran, Alex Chavez, and the linebackers. You can see a host of characters there tonight, moving in and out, substituting. And of course, the cornerbacks are Patrick Elliott and Rhodes Legg. Free safeties Matthew Andreu and Tate Shaw. But again, we're going to see a lot of moving parts here tonight. But that's your starting lineup here. And it's brought to you by Outlaw Protein and Energy Fuel. Back to pass is callback on 3rd down and 6. That pass is caught at the 31-yard line, and it's good for a first down. And an impressive catch there, and why not? The leading receiver, Casey Schwartzberger, is 6'2", 200-pound senior, 26 catches, 400 yards. He has 3 touchdown grabs. Patrick Elliott takes care of it on the back end, but a first down catch there. An impressive throw by Bo Talbot.
Yeah, really good throw there by Talbot on a deep out route. Patrick Elliott, good coverage there on Schwartzberger. And just a great throw, a great catch, and a big first down for this Aston High offense. Keep the defense off the field, and the offense now going 4 wide.
4 wide receivers on first down and 10 for the Occupy Marines. Instead of working, the handoff goes to Mendoza on the right side. Not much of any kind of real estate just outside the numbers. And Alex Chavez, the young man who scored the game's only touchdown thus far, is the one that makes the tackle. So Alex Chavez doing some iron work. I tell you what, that puts a lot of speed in that middle portion of the defense with all of the horses up front. The Chaparrals on the line.
Really great move by Coach Allman mid-season to move those linebackers down the defensive line. Now you got speed at both levels, and it's really paid off. We saw that last week with what was really a dominating effort against the Cavaliers.
Second down and 10. Little movement early. No flags. Kalbacher over the middle. That pass is caught at the 37-yard line, and a flag has been thrown now. There's some early movement. We'll see if this is a free play or if this is going to be against Austin High. Get a good look at our referee, Arnold Gladstone. The umpire, Tony Kaufman. Pat Ortiz is the head linesman. The line judge is Robert Baltimore, and Joe Burkle is the back judge. Arnold Gladstone now marching his way between the half marks. He's turned his microphone on. We get a look at
offside. 48 defense. Repeat second down.
After the 5-yard penalty, it'll be second down. And the Chaparrals, after a good play on first down and a loss on the play, will actually get positive yardage back to the offside lanes and raise the football on the right half at the 35-yard line in Maroon territory. The Maroons in all white with the maroon numerals, the maroon helmet with the block letter A. Old school, Austin High, now back to pass out of the gun. Here comes the pressure. Kalbacher throws over towards the right side of the formation, just inside the numbers and just to the right of the half mark. And that pass is working on downfield, you can see the really gets gone into that throw. Really impressive throw. Impressive all on Kalbacher. Good coverage there, but the ball is really right on the money on the receiver. And impressive so far is Kalbacher. Desmond Barrett will do the single complete. Third down, 7 here. Big third down. Westlake trying to get on the field defensively. 2 wide receivers each way. The ball on the right half mark on 3rd and 7. They're running here to the near side. That pass is caught by Footfeather. Feather makes the catch. Footfeather makes the catch. And Casey out to midfield inside the 50 down to the 49-yard line. And it's another first down catch here on the near side. And a great catch of 16 yards. You get a good look at the replay. And just a nice move there as Footfeather picks up the first down and moves the ball into Chaparral territory. And the spread offense looking pretty good. And one thing, I'll tell you this, Bo Kalbacher has time to throw the football.
Yeah, for a sophomore, his arm is really impressive. That's a guy that you see these first 3 throws and you think, how is Austin High struggled this year? He's a guy over the next couple of years is going to be really good.
3 receivers in the formation, and a handoff here to the near side. And Brazier gets the call, and Marcello steps out of bounds here just outside the 45-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him positive yardage to the 46. No flag. Thought they might be holding on the play. But here's the football was rested right at the 46-yard line. Holding is still called generally in football games, yes. 7-0, Chaparrals lead. Joe Taylor, John Nigel, we are Sam Dave Garcia tonight. So we bring you all live action. Of course, we'll hear from Darren Allman at the half and at the end of the ball game, courtesy of John Nigel. On second down at 7 after the game is Reed, and then Davis back to pass. Bo looking downfield, has a man. That pass is left foot and almost caught by Barrett. Wow, what an effort there by Desmond Barrett. He almost came down with that football. Step for step with Tate Shaw, along with Patrick Elliott. And a flag should have been thrown, but was not thrown. No, it looks like we do have Wander on the field now. A little tardy with these flags. They're not throwing them as immediate, and they're not exactly visible, but there it is on the very far side of the field at the 41-yard line.
Defense, number 36. Second down.
Well, we got Luke Womack and now Hudson Hall, and Arnold Gladstone not allowing the early jump to the Westlake defensive line. There's another 5-yard pickup there, so even though the incomplete pass and the A for effort for Desmond Barrett wound up an incomplete pass, Austin High still gets 5 yards.
A really heady play there by the sophomore quarterback Kalbacher. He knew that he got Hudson Hall offside, and he took the shot deep.
Now play action and firing the pass here into the comeback area right around the flat, and that pass is caught. A nice job there just turning around and making the grab with Devon Easty. Easty, the 6'1", 180-pound senior, 22 catches, 209 yards. His average is just over 9.5 yards per catch. And he picks up the first down at the 36-yard line. Those are the football just inside that left hash mark at the 36. Just a quick little comeback route, almost a button hook, if you will, John. And it's a first down pickup, and once again, just a high percentage throw from Kalbacher. And this drive for Austin High, incredibly impressive.
Hey, you see Kalbacher's stats on the year. He's under 50% completion, and as many touchdown passes as interceptions, really surprising.
And the handoff goes to Mendoza. Mendoza here to the near side and tackled immediately. Just a solo shot there And a nice job by Matthew Andreo. Andreo coming up and making the pop immediately after a short gain. But once again, the offensive line winning the battle here. And Westlake's going to try to have to make some adjustments here. But one thing we know, the strength of this football team, when they are coached by Mike Rosenthal, is very simple. They will be good on the offensive line, given their head coach and position coach's history with 4 years at Notre Dame and, of course, a nice finished career in the NFL as an offensive lineman.
Well, it doesn't hurt to run behind Daniel Wade either, the 6'7", 280 pounder.
On second down and 7, that pass fired here to the left side, intended for Barrett, step to step with Rhodes' leg. And Barrett watches the pass sail over his head, incomplete. It'll be third down and 7. 2 for 2 on this drive, third down once the ball moved past midfield. Last two third down possessions here for the Austin High Maroons. Men in white have actually converted here to keep the drive alive. We'll see what happens here on a third and long as Westlake is trying to get off the field here up 7-0. 5:54 to play here in the opening quarter from Chaparral Stadium, the regular season finale. The ball on the left hash mark just inside the 33-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side left. Back to pass on a 3-step drop, going deep, has a man. That pass is intercepted in the end zone. And what a catch over the shoulder, just turning into the receiver is Tate Shaw. And Tate Shaw has an interception, and it's a turnover in the end zone. Westlake will get the ball, and just like that, after an impressive drive, unfortunately, for Callbacker, he went deep, got burned, and getting behind the receiver was Tate Shaw for the easy interception. Westlake football. And Callbacker really threw that ball up the grab. They were the other receiver, and Tate Shaw right there. Nice catch. Tate Shaw shows his athletic ability and his ability to play his feet as a defensive back. That's why he plays on offense sometimes this season. How I look here is the Scottsdale 1965, the handoff here to the right side, and that pass, and that's the run. It's impressive from Alex Chavez as the linebacker goes back to running back, and a nice gain out to the 29-yard line. A 9-yard pickup there for Alex Chavez. It'll be second down and short. The Cats will open up the playbook. The 4th interception on the season for Tate Shaw. Now quick to the line out of the huddle. Power out look here with a halfback to the right. Toss, feeding body right here to Chavez. Chavez cuts it back, picks up the first down at the 31-yard line, and he'll be dropped at the 32. Nice job there in the open field defensively was Wayne Simmons. Simmons comes over the senior 215-pound linebacker, making the initial pop there on Chavez. First down, 10, change move. And Westlake trying to capitalize on turnovers here. And for the Chaparrals, it's a pretty impressive number, that turnover ratio. Plus 17, make it plus 18 now in the regular season. 2 wide receivers bunched up here to the near side, and now early movement is the halfback, Ryan Kinney. Moves a little bit too early there. He would have been fine if he'd just stayed in motion. He could be the motion man, go to the opposite side, but he got mixed up just a little bit here.
Have a dead ball. Ball start. 75. Offense. First down.
Actually called for Big Will Copa instead of playing Keeney as he wiggled before Keeney. It's on the same side, so I guess they're going to go ahead and call it along the offensive line. But we'll turn it into first down at 15 here. A receiver here to the left, and now just a little misdirection there. It might have been a blown-up play in the backfield. His assignments were probably missed there out to the 25-yard line to the 27. It looked like just a busted play. Slaughter went one way, and unfortunately Jordan Stevens went the next. You can see a little bit of cobwebs here that the Chaparrals are trying to knock off here early in this ball game, leading 7-0.
Yeah, the first drive was so good that you kind of expected on every drive now, but Westlake showing a little bit of rust on this second drive. We'll see how they do on a second down and long.
And now back to pass. Jordan Stevens back around the middle. Pass is caught by James. James off to the races. A huge gain into Austin High territory. Big first down yardage there, but the flag has been thrown at the 34-yard line. So we'll have to hold on there to see what the flag is all about. But Dansby caught that one in traffic, and it's a huge pickup of 35 yards and a first down. But we'll see if this one's coming back. It'll look like it might. Eligible receiver downfield is Gladstone's call as the referee. So flags abounding here in the first 3 drives of the ballgame.
That's either an offensive lineman getting downfield, a few yards, or possibly Zach Dansby may have been covered up on the outside by a receiver who may have been on the line of scrimmage, which would then render Dansby ineligible. But either way, it's a penalty on Westlake, and it'll push it back even further.
So the opening drive went right down the field, 71 yards, 12-yard run by Alex Chavez for the touchdown. Austin High impressive. They convert 3 first downs, and then Callbacher, the sophomore, with 9 receptions, heaved the ball up the grab to the end zone, getting behind the attempted receivers to take Shaw. Shaw picked off the ball in the end zone. Now a penalty is negated a 35-yard catch. So now second down and 18 here for the Chaparrals. They empty the backfield with 5 wide receivers. Jordan's just going to fire it over the middle. Same play. Gansby with the catch. Gansby the same result. Back to the 40 to the 45-yard line and picks up the first down. A 16-yard pickup. Actually make it a 22-yard pickup and a first down for Zach Gansby. And Gansby literally just the exact same play on the right hash mark instead of the left hash mark, John. And it's a big first down pickup as they utilize a 6'5" frame.
Yeah, really nice catch there to reach away from his body and catch that football.
Power I look, the toss to the left, and this one is going to, I believe, Brecken Hager. Hager off to the races. Hager with a huge run and a first down inside the 35-yard line down to the 32. And Hager's slow to get up, and that is a scary sign as Hager now being attended to by one of his offensive linemen. Jordan Siebert through the block that sprung it, and now, right now, Brecken Hager is a little banged up there on the far side, but he's able to get up and get off the field.
And he immediately reached around his chest area. He landed awkwardly on his side, and he's walking off through the sideline. That left arm not moving too much.
22-yard pickup and a first down, but now the attention not necessarily on the drive, but on the Chaparrals. Very important defensive lineman slash linebacker, and he is not moving that left arm as Doc Allen's going to check it out here on the near sideline, along with Dr. Dave Hassan. And that is a very scary sign. He's landing awkwardly out of the backfield. We've seen him in short yardage situations. Hager got in there on his opportunity to carry the football. He picked up 22 yards, but Chaparrals may have paid a pretty good penny for it. On the play action, Jordan looking downfield, has a man, and that pass is goes for him. Unfortunately, it's incomplete. A nice diving attempt there by Patrick Elliott. Elliott coming up empty here, and it will be second down. Right now, Jordan, and right now, Brecken Hager, we've got all eyes on him, trying to figure out what happened to number 5.
Jordan that play had Patrick Elliott wide open, right inside the 5-yard line, just underthrew him a bit. A pretty difficult throw because he needed to put that ball on a rope, which he did, but came up a few yards short.
Second down and 10, 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. And now, about joins Jordan in the backfield out of motion on second down and 10. Play action, they fire here to the screen. And the front of the screen is unfortunately caught, and then the ball went right through the fingertips of Rhodes Leg. Leg had all day an opportunity to catch the football. He just took his eyes off it there, an incomplete pass. So the Chaparrals not as sharp as they were in the first drive, certainly not as sharp as they were in the first half. In fact, the first 3 quarters of last week's ball game against Lake Travis. The Chaparrals are trying to collect themselves here, leading 7-0 with 3:23 to play in the first quarter. 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field in front of the Westlake bench, and now flushed out of the pocket, rolling right as Jordan. Fired downfield. That pass is caught at the right half mark at the 25-yard line for a first down. Inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and then left up at the 7-yard line as he's knocked out of bounds as Rhodes Leg. Rhodes Leg is showing the ever-present skills to bounce his way off would-be tacklers, and he picks up the first down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, Westlake. First and goal for Rhodes Leg.
Really impressive elusiveness here from Rhodes Leg. Right at the first down stretch, put a juke move on an Austin High defender to get to the outside. Big gain for Westlake on third down and brings up a first and goal.
A 26-yard pickup here, and the ball marked just outside the 6-yard line along the right half. A power eye look here, 2 tight ends for Westlake. And now the handoff is fake play action. Jordan looking towards the corner of the end zone. It's out. He has it. Touchdown, Westlake. And number 88 grabs a touchdown on senior night, and for Zach Gansby, his 4th touchdown reception. They loaded up in the backfield. They look like a running team, and then the play action works to perfection. Touchdown, Zach Gansby.
Great play action there by Jordan Stevens. Zach Gansby coming across the formation. Goes to the corner of the end zone, and just a great play design and a great call on first down.
Gavin Nelson on second and week. We're here in halftime. Puts it through. 3:03 remaining in the first quarter. Westlake 14, Austin High nothing for 3.
Ever wonder what's scratching around in your attic? Hi, I'm Bobby Jenkins of ABC, and it may be rodents. If you're hearing something, call our specialist for a free inspection. If needed, we'll design a rodent control plan for your home. We'll seal entrance and exit points and install traps, then return to remove the traps and ensure your home is rodent-free. And you'll have a 1-year renewable warranty after we leave. ABC Home and Commercial Services, specialists for your environment. ABC Home and Commercial Services.
Welcome back. A beautiful sight here underneath the Friday Night Lights at Chaparral Stadium. Westlake 14, Austin High nothing. 9 plays, 80 yards. 2:43 off the first quarter clock and a 6-yard touchdown pass and catch. The catch made by Zach Gansby, the senior's 4th touchdown of the season. And 4 very talented junior Westlake quarterback headed to Southern Methodist University. He'll be a pony next year, folks. 18 touchdowns and a very important number of time. And one interception. And that came back earlier in the year against Anderson, where he literally before the half to kind of threw a ball up. And it was more luck than anything else, but Anderson came down with it. Just a pop-up kick here by Alex Reeves, and it's taken at the 28-yard line. And the catch made there for Austin High. A nice job by Nick Clausen. We expect the linebacker to make that grab. But the sophomore with good hands makes the grab inside the 30-yard line. That's good. Austin High will answer. And points off turnovers big. Westlake with plus 18 in the turnover margin now. And as far as interceptions go for the Chaparral defense, they've been a hell of a job this season. That's the 15th interception this season for Westlake defensive backfield. First down at 10 from the 30-yard line, just inside the 30-yard line on the right hand. So let's make that one here in just a moment. 2 wide receivers here to the news side back over the far side, right at the short side of the field. First down 10, just a couple pass here. And a nice play there. Making the ground, the ball is come loose, and it looks like Westlake might have had it. Clear grip coming out of the backfield there as Mason Shaker got the ball, but coming out of the bottom of the pile is Daniel Adrian. Daniel Adrian has the football, and so does Westlake. So just as I got ready to say, the 15th interception of the year, now Westlake has a fumble recovery, and for Daniel Adrian, that is his 2nd fumble recovery of the season, and Westlake has the ball back on the Austin High 30-yard line. So Mason gets the call, jars the ball loose, does the Westlake defense, and coming up with it was Daniel Aiden at the bottom of the pile. And Westlake in operation again, already up 14-0. They had the chance to put this one away early here in the first, coming off the turnover. They bunch up 2 wide receivers to the wide side of the field. The ball marked just on the right hash mark at the 30. Here's the snap. Jordan looking, has time, fires to the far side. That pass caught and dropped. And it's the 2nd time that Rhodes' leg has watched the ball go into his hands and drop it. And this is his senior night as well, folks. And Rhodes has already turned in half a century mark there as far as catches on the night. But he's had 2 of them just slip right through his fingers. So an incomplete pass, it'll be 2nd down 10.
Yeah, if you're a Westlake fan, you got to be thinking, all right, get those out of the way this game, because next week against Hendricksburg, you can't afford to have any of those drops.
2nd down and 10. Now Ben Slaughter gets the call, runs into traffic, bounces left side, just in between the half marks, and now the flag comes in late. At the end of the play, Ben Slaughter dropped the 30-yard line.
Slaughter takes the ball back to the 30-yard line. Flags on the play.
Once again, our referee Arnold Claxton letting us know, and the penalty is against Austin.
Personal foul, too, right there in the play. 15-yard penalty.
Personal foul. Late hit on the defense. Number 44, first down.
Unfortunately, as the defense Wyatt Simmons, I know the guy is Wyatt Simmons, but got a little too anxious there at the end of the play. A late hit, 15 yards, and Westlake needs no help. It takes it down to the 15-yard line, first down 10, and the handoff here on the zone read goes to Slaughter. They bounce it outside to Slaughter with no team defense there, but then on the bottom of the play for the Boston High defense is Dorian Claiborne, senior outside linebacker, 6'1", 190 pounds senior, and he really led the charge on Slaughter. Slaughter, the second time he tried to bounce it outside on the Green Reed play, had nowhere to go, 2-yard loss, back to the 17-yard line, and stepped down the play.
To Luxury Auto Works on North Lamar.
Slaughter in the backfield. Two wide receivers bunched up to the wide side of the field. And now Jordan firing right after rolling right. That pass caught inside the 16-yard line. A nice grab there made by Brian Cooney. That's the first time we've seen Cooney make a grab that wasn't headed towards the end zone. Just a little halfback route, kind of wheel route almost coming out of the backfield. He makes the grab, picks up 51 yards. It's third down and 11 here for the Jets.
A great play there by the sophomore linebacker, Tandre King, the H-back coming out of the backfield. That's his responsibility. He got out there quick and tackled Cooney right away for a short gain. Good play by him, and it brings up a third and long for Westlake. Slaughter, the lane set back to the left. Receivers, he's in the shotgun. Three wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Here's the snap, firing over the middle. That pass caught at the left hash mark, and it's caught for close to a first down. Around the 5-yard line as Patrick Elliott comes out of the bottom of the pile with the catch, and it is very close. In fact, it looks like it was good enough for a first down. It is right at the marker, and they remove the chains. First and goal, Westlake. Now Cooney, Dansby, along with Chavez, step into the ball game, and Boykins there as well. So they go two tight, and Chavez comes in from striking distance on first and goal from the 5. And you mentioned a little bit ago that Jordan Stewart only has one interception on the year, and that's, he's been so efficient this year. But the offensive line has just been incredible in the pass protection they're giving Jordan.
And now the handoff going to Chavez. Chavez trying to muscle his way in. He gets inside the 5, down to 2, and he is right at the goal line. No signal just yet. But a fumble. No, Alex Chavez. We get a good look at it here. And now Alex Chavez is getting a little bit of credit up there. We couldn't really get a chance to see it. Alex Chavez just kind of proves his back there in the end zone.
He fumbled in the end zone and was recovered by the rest of the field. And the offensive line couldn't see a replay. He recovered the fumble, but it was in the end zone.
So it's a touchdown, and once again, that would be the Judge Finley play. The snap is down, the kick is up and down. Nelson Bridge with the third extra point. No problem at all. 38 seconds remaining here. We'll take a quick timeout. It's Westlake 21. Austin I nothing. This is Westlake football.
For 102 years, the Covers have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
Six-play, 30-yard drive. And it took 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. And again, the biggest issue right now is for the Scott Wells. We're trying to find out who actually recovered that fumble. Chavez fumbled the ball into the end zone. And it looked like perhaps maybe he recovered his own. But between John and I, we have to think it was an offensive lineman. But we're going to have to do some research to make sure to get that information to you. But Westlake up 21-0 after that scoring drive. And again, a turnover by Austin High led the points. And now Footberger getting the opportunity to return out to the 20-yard line. And that's where the drive will start. The tackle on special teams there for Westlake coming up and making the pot.
One of the first things that Coach Rosenthal said to me in the pregame and asked me about just coming into the night on the offensive side of the ball, what do you need to do? The first thing he mentioned, turnovers. Turnovers, discipline, execution, but turnovers the main thing. And what they do in the first quarter, 2 turnovers already that lead to Westlake points, and that's why we're sitting here at 21-0 with 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
32 seconds remaining, the first 21-0 here. Back-to-back turnovers and as many possessions here for Austin High, and this time the handoff will go here to the near side, and it's Trey Blake out to the right side of the formation, just outside the right hash mark, out to the 30-yard line, and that's where Trey is upended. A good-looking run there, and making a tackle on the far side. Daniel Abram, but not before a 10-yard pickup back to the 30-yard line for Trey Blake. The name sounds familiar. He is among the Blake clan, Jeff Blake and obviously Emory Blake. Trey Blake, the younger, getting the opportunity here as he lines up against the sophomore, Cal Backer, who is in the backfield. And now a pass is caught on the far side of the field. Flag comes in. And it's incomplete actually. Well, no, they're going to call it a catch. And the callback there, they make the grab. He's kind of juggling a little bit on the far side there, but Casey Footcover picks up the, no flag thrown there, and we'll go ahead and take a timeout as the first quarter comes to an end. After one quarter play, it's Westlake 21, Austin High nothing. This is Westlake football.
At age 40, attorney and Marine Corps reservist David Little was the picture of health until the left side of his body went completely numb.
We were on the phone while he was driving home when he suddenly stopped talking.
My dad had a stroke when he was driving me home.
I'm just really glad he ended up at St. David's, South Austin.
St. David's, South Austin saved my life.
Do you know what to do in an emergency? Visit stdavids.com to learn more.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. Audiences will be astounded by concert-quality music and dramatic visual effects in a stunning production perfect for all ages. Join us December 12th, 13th, and 14th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present The Nutcracker Spectacular. Tickets are on sale now. Get them online at whstec.com.
And we welcome you back after the quarter break here. 21-0, Westlake with the lead here at Chaparral Stadium. And now moving left to right from our vantage point here are the Austin High Maroons on second down and 3 after the 7-yard pickup. And once again, Trey Blake gets the call. Blake at the 40. And Blake right now, the most successful tailback. He picks up positive yardage after the 42-yard line. And it's a first down run after the gain of 5 yards for Trey Blake. He's the younger brother of Emory Blake, and one of the younger sons here of obviously Jeff Blake, former Cincinnati Bengals quarterback. And his pedigree, very much a witness, if you will. Emory Blake, part of the 2 teams in Austin High history that have defeated the Westlake Chaparrals.
Also part of the 2010 national champions at Auburn University.
And now has an opportunity in the NFL. Speed threat for Emory Blake. First down and 10 as Trey lines up next to callbacker and a delayed draw. And right at the gut goes Trey Blake. And Blake upended there. A nice hit, 45-yard line. As Westlake plays team defense there. A nice job in the middle of the defense there. Looks like Daniel Abram along with Luke Womack was trying to make that pop. And Alex Chavez really finishing off. I think Alex is the one that came in and basically pulled the suplex move at the 45-yard line. Textbook tackling there, and there's the football at the 45-yard line just inside the right half after the 3-yard pickup by Trey Blake. It's good to see an athlete like Trey Blake in the ballgame here to start to score. Westlake's going to have to key on him out of the backfield. 2 wide receivers here to Cal Backer. Fires it over to Blake, and that pass is caught on the swing at the left side. And just a brilliantly executed play there by Austin. The rush came from the right side and dumping it off his callbacker right in the face. And it looked like Dave Duran was coming. And Trey Blake just fires his way out into the flat, makes the grab. It's a big pickup. A first down into Chaparral territory to the 44-yard line. It's an 11-yard pass pickup out of the backfield for Trey Blake, who has become the Austin High Maroon offense.
And because you bring that linebacker on the outside and he blitz that leaves the safety, he just wants to get back out of the backfield, but that play happens so quick.
Now Trey Blake gets the handoff. He's dancing along that left hash mark, and once again, positive yardage out to the 30-yard line, and he is inside the 39, down to the 38-yard line. And Trey Blake, just an impressive size, takes off along with Hudson Hall and Alex Chavez, bring him down, but not before he picks up about 7 yards, and it will be second down and 3.
When they're not turning the football over, they've been able to move the football pretty well against this Westlake team. Running the football on this drive. On the first drive of the game, it was through the air with callback with throwing the football.
Going in motion here is Sharp, the tight end. The ball comes loose, and Westlake diving on top of it, and it looks like it will be once again Westlake football, and it is. Westlake forcing the fumble for the second time in as many possessions, and just a quarterback issue there, handing it off and diving on the football is Alex Chavez. So Alex Chavez recovering a fumble this time instead of popping the ball up. And Alex Chavez with the fumble recovery, his first of the season on defense. And the Chaps take over on their own 40-yard line. So just as we get a good look at Trey Blake in flashes there, the Arsenal Maroons can protect their quarterback. Their offensive line can open up holes. They can fire through the A-gap, or they can bounce it outside with Trey Blake. And then the turnover on the third of the ball game here early in the first half. And now just a screen pass, a flanker screen to Rhodes Leg. He makes the block at the 42-yard line, darts forward to the 44-yard line. And he's giving forward progress out to the 44, a 4-yard pickup on the catch by Rhodes Leg. Interception early in the game. That was pretty understandable. Third and long, 3-3, that was fine. The two fumbles, though, really were just poor ball security, and on that last one, poor execution on the handoff. That's just something that you cannot do if you want to be a competitive football team, especially when you're coming on the road to play Westlake. Here to the near side, and the Ben Slaughter across midfield picks up the first down at the numbers as he's actually here to the near side in front of his bench. And he picks up positive yardage, just an 8-yard pickup there on the first down. And now a big player here to the Chaparrals, and this is the one thing that you do worry about with the playoffs looming. One player here on the near side. We'll get a good look at the replay here. Ben Slaughter. It looks like one of the offensive linemen for the Westlake Chaparrals, and it appears to be Matt Curtis. We'll see here. Unfortunately, our field of vision is blocked by the Westlake coaching staff here, and actually, well, I believe it might be Rhodes Leg. Rhodes Leg is, actually it is Rhodes, and he is popped back up. He is off the field on his own power, so that's at least some good signs there, and he's going to run it out. In fact, now we get a good look at Rhodes' leg, just kind of spinning. Yeah, he looks good. Another scary moment there, as we have yet to see Brecken Hager move at all on the end of the bench there. He's actually got his pads off. He's wrapped himself around in a towel, and it looks like they might be icing what appears to be that left side of his upper torso. I hope it's nothing serious there. We're trying to check it out time. It's an injury update there. On the first down, he came after the Slaughter run. Rhodes' leg is fine. He is out play action. And looking downfield is Jordan Stewart. He has one-on-one coverage, and that pass is almost caught. A lot of contact there, no flag thrown. And John Rhodes just battling his way down towards the middle of the field, coming out that right basketball. The field post pattern there. And Jordan tried to hit him in stride. Good defense there by Elizondo. A great no call there. Both players fought for that football that went to the hands of Rhodes. It would have been a tough cut. Brings out the second down and long. But going back to Rhodes' leg, injury looks like he's okay, but that's always a situation where the wide receiver blocking on the outside, and that toss play comes to him. It's always dangerous when he gets rolled up in the back of the leg. 21-0 on second down 10. The handoff going to Slaughter. Slaughter dancing in between the hash marks. Now heads to the right side out to the 30-yard line, as he cuts his way inside the 40 down to the 39. And happy feet there as he throws a nice block there. Gets one from Ryan O'Farrell on senior night here as Ryan busts open the hole. It's a nice dance of 7 yards out to the 40-yard line. Knows the football just inside the 40-yard line. And it'll be third down and short here. 3rd and 3 from the right halfback. It really was a great block by O'Farrell. He got a first in the block on the initial line of scrimmage, then up to the second level, and the linebacker did a great job. Play action on 3rd and 3. Jordan's going to pass. Now he's flushed out, looking downfield. Has one. That pass caught for a first down at the 27-yard line and upended inside the 25. Elizondo taking care of Tyler Boykin. And Boykin making the grab. And what a job it was. That was his 3rd reception. And the senior, Tyler Boykin, picks up the first down. It's a pickup of 17 yards. And the sticks move again for Westlake as they keep it alive at 21-0. That play gives you a great look at Jordan Stewart's pocket awareness. Pressure was on him. He threw that ball off the back foot, but great throw to Boykin on the out route. And it really shows you the progression and maturity of Jordan Stewart just over his last 2 years. Really impressive, the improvement that he's made. Inside 8 minutes to play in the first half. 21-0. Chaps marching just outside the red zone at the 22-yard line. The snap is away. Now just one-on-one play. Now going for it here. And reaching grab. And just a misfire there by Jordan Sievert. As it looked like Patrick Elliott may have come down with the football with one hand. But unfortunately, he comes up empty. Excellent effort there. He had the one-on-one coverage that he wanted. Jordan just firing a little bit too late. And Elliott running out of real estate there. Incomplete pass, second down and 10 coming up.
That's one of those throws. You see a receiver break open, but he hasn't quite gotten it fully into his stride. So you just put a little too much under that football. Patrick Elliott was not able to run under that one.
And the snap from Jordan fires to the far side, and that pass is caught on the far side and leaping over one would-be tackler and inside the 10-yard line is Rhodes' leg. Does that tell you anything about how that leg might be bothering after he was roughed up the last time he was in? This one is just a nice catch out to the numbers. It is a 14-yard pickup and a first down, and he literally tried to leap over Desmond Barrett, but he picks up the first down. It does Rhodes' leg, and Leg is trying to make every moment count here at senior night in his final game at Chaparral Stadium.
And Jordan Sievert felt pressure again right there. Threw that ball with the guy right in his face all the way out to the numbers from the left half. Great throw.
On first and goal from the 8-yard line, they loaded up the two tight ends, power eye look, the play action, and the handoff is now inside, and once again, Alex Chavez getting the call. No, it's Ben Slaughter. Ben Slaughter getting the call as he ran right between the guards and the tackles, and Ben Slaughter has scored. From 8 yards out on first and goal, Ben Slaughter takes care of business. Now Westlake has scored, and 3 straight opportunities given to them by Austin High. The interception by Tate Shaw, they turned that into points. Back-to-back fumbles, they turned both of those into points. And now Dallin Nelson on for the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So, with 7:32 remaining in the first half, it is Westlake 28. And Austin High nothing. We will keep it here. And John, it's really just a tale of turnovers right now for the Westlake Chaparrals. They're just taking what Austin High is giving them. And Austin High, unfortunately, even though we've seen flashes of good play, and especially up front by that offensive line, opening up holes for Trey Blake and giving Callbacker an opportunity to throw the football downfield. It's just popping up the football at the wrong time, and Westlake taking care of it on the other end.
And those fumbles happened right after we were talking about how key turnovers are in this football game. Austin High giving the ball right back to Westlake. And a good job by the offense of the Westlake Chaparrals to take advantage of those turnovers, convert them into points, and Ben Slaughter on that run. Great jump cuts right at the point of attack. You see the elusiveness of Ben Slaughter and just how great a 1-2 punch him and Alex Chavez are. They've really looked good the last couple of weeks.
And for Ben Slaughter, just doing an excellent job there. I've really kind of taken that backseat role on Alex Chavez. Again, Chavez has gotten the call, especially inside the red zone, but Slaughter has done some damage as well. That is his 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and his 5th rushing touchdown, or excuse me, his 6th rushing touchdown overall. So he's done a good job, as Ben Slaughter, the senior. Again, definitely the faster of the two as Alex Reeves lines up his kickoff. The Outlaw Protein and Energy Fuel scoring drive, 8 plays, 60 yards, 2 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock here in the second quarter, and it is an 8-yard touchdown run by Ben Slaughter that capped the drive. Rhodes' leg with a catch on the other end, little acrobatics from Rhodes as he picks up the yardage necessary for the first down that got the Chaparrals inside the 9. But 4 points on the 4 touchdowns on the board here for the Westlake Chaparrals as Reeves kicks it off from right to left. The short kickoff will be fielded here by Barrett at the 10. Desmond making a move at the 15. Desmond at the 20-yard line. The ball comes out again, and Westlake has an opportunity, and do they have it again? And it looks like coming out of the bottom of the pile is Nick Scott. And Westlake has forced yet another turnover, and they've got the football inside the red zone, already leading 28-0. Wow, what a turnover there. There's a big pop on special teams, and Scott is in the right place at the right time.
That was a situation where Walker had the ball put away nicely, but just a helmet right on the football. Didn't catch the number on who forced the fumble. A great tackle there. Helmet on the football, popped out. Good stop with the recovery. And it's unfortunate if you're Austin High Marines, but 4 turnovers already in this game.
Now I look here from the left half. Third down 10 inside the 18-yard line, and now the handoff will go to the right side of the formation. And Alex Chavez inside the 15-yard line down to 14. And full force here as Alex Chavez gets the ball. He'll get out to take Shaw. Taylor alongside John Nidell. Brian Ferguson, our statistician. Of course, Cameron Walker, our producer. Of course, the good folks at Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew. We're brought to you live on The Word, 1490 KLGO AM, WestlakeNation.com, on the Android device, WestlakeLive.com, and Westlake Traffic. And the handoff on play action goes straight up the gut. Alex Chavez again, still on his feet, inside the 10, inside the 5. I think he dropped just outside the 5 at the 6-yard line. Able to squirt forward. Alex Chavez officially with 2 touchdown runs tonight. Zach Dansby with the touchdown catch in the back of the end zone for the second score of the ball game, following the interception by Tate Shaw. Luke Womack checking into the ball game now for Tate Shaw. No doubt he'll be a lead blocker of some sort. Still chatting is now Silas Connolly, the injured offensive lineman who's done for the year. Chatting with Breckenhager. First and goal, the toss to the near side, and this time just racing it in easily is Alex Chavez. And Alex Chavez has scored yet again. And we're still waiting on the official word of whether or not the last touchdown run he has been given credit for is actually his. We both think that it was recovered by an offensive lineman in the end zone, but right now he's credited with 3 touchdown runs on the night. The touchdown in the end zone on his own accord for the second time tonight. We'll wait on that third one here. And for the point after touchdown, snap is up, kick is up, and it is good. Westlake all over Austin High. 35-0. We'll be right back. This is Westlake football.
With us playing guys like Alex Chavez on both sides of the ball, and Alex did a good job at linebacker the other night, and with him being such a crucial part of our offense, you know, we've got to be able to stand Hudson or Brecken up and put him in at linebacker some. Gabe Duran, who played linebacker most of the night the other night, he's working a defensive line position as well too, and so really our depth more than anything right now comes through guys knowing more than one position, and it's really helped us.
Scoring drive here, 3 plays, 18 yards, a 5-yard touchdown run by Alex Chavez, who's second on the night officially. We'll have to check on the third one. There are 3 touchdowns on the board in which he was carrying the football during the score. So again, we still have to wait and see as Alex Chavez is going to get credit for the one that he fumbled just outside, but no fumble on that one. 5 yards, a tough running for Alex Chavez as Westlake takes their lead, 35-0, and 28 of those points all off Austin High turnovers. Alex Reeves will put his right foot into this one. A line drive kick that's going to send Desmond Barrett back to the 2. Desmond at the 10, at the 15, now catches him at the 20, to the 22-yard line, drop down there at the 22. A nice play there in the open field. They're making a stop on the other end. Nice down at that, too. It looked like Dalton Schultz. Exactly who it was. Dalton getting an opportunity to make a one-on-one tackle on Desmond Barrett, and he does. So it's one of those many outside linebackers that play here. The first-year varsity player is senior night. He gets a nice pop there on special teams. They'll set up first down and 10 for the Austin High Maroons outside the 22-yard line. Now slowly moving, no flags. Now flags come in, but it's going to be a free play. The offsides against Westlake, so we'll have to see what this is all about. But a flag comes in as Mendoza gets the call on the far left side of the formation as he runs towards the Austin High sideline. But once again, it's going to be a penalty. Westlake will unfortunately be the benefactors of that flag.
Offside. Defense, number 48. Repeat first down.
That's the third time this game has left his jumped off sides. Hallback is doing a good job with his hard counts, getting Westlake to jump. Getting his free players to first and 5 situation. That's going to have to do a good job together. Hold on to the football. Don't pull it over. They've been able to move the football and they've been able to hold on to the football. So under 6 minutes left. It's a pretty good job to put some points on the board. Fullback in now. The ball off in play action. Now fires downfield. And that pass caught for the first down. Nice job there. Just a play out to the left side of the formation. And that pass is caught. We'll get a good look at it here as he rolls to the left, fires. And that pass caught there on the other end. And it looks like Schwarzenegger actually made the grab at the 41-yard line. They drove it back to the 39, so he gets positive yardage out to the 39-yard line. And more importantly, picks up the first down as Austin High moves the ball to the right hash mark at their own 39-yard line. In the shotgun, and now Mendoza's going to take it off the left side. He meets a wall there, flag coming in, and he stops right at the 40-yard line after picking up 1 yard.
Mendoza gets the handoff and the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what this
He's
flag
made
is
a
all
stop
about.
by Luke Womack.
We
Flag
played
on
with
play.
inside 5 minutes in the first half, 35-0. That's a face mask on the defense. 15 yards.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 48 defense. First down.
You would think this is a rather clean game if you're just tuning in. 35-0 here on Word 1490 KLGO. 107.5 FM inside Chaparral Stadium. Part of our Chat Signal coverage. And of course on the Westlake Chat app, WestlakeLive.com on the Android device. Just make sure you just go one click and you're listening on your Android device. Of course on WestlakeNation.com, our website here for Westlake football. The flags aplenty for the Chaparrals. The handoff to Mendoza. He's hitting the backfield. A nice pop there initially. And I think coming in there at the beginning of the play was Bennett Huddleston. Huddleston made the initial pop. We get a good look at it here on the replay. That's exactly the case. Good job there on the defensive side of the ball. Manola Gonzalez cleaning up that play, but Trussenberg, it was all Bennett Huddleston got the initial hit on Mendoza and drove him backwards to the 48-yard line with a loss on the play of 2 yards. So he's second down and 12. 2 wide receivers each way. The ball marked just inside the left hash mark at the Chaparral 48. All about the back pass. That pass was batted away and tipped right around the 42-yard line. Thought maybe he got a full call out there in the middle of the defense. And for the Westlake Chaparrals, it falls incomplete. And takes off. Thought he might have had a shot at his 5th interception of the season. The senior safety just waiting for that ball to come down, but it was tipped by one of his teammates and he couldn't make the play. So an incomplete pass gets up 3rd down and long here for Austin High.
With Manola Gonzalez in the game on the defensive line, Hudson Hall playing linebacker. He dropped back in the coverage there, but a nice play on the football.
2 wide receivers to the far side, right 2 to the near side, right spread formation. Fullbacker fires towards the left side. Left foot caught. Just a nice job there, making the grab and holding on. But the block is stopped here because he got hooked down there. A huge collision. And it's complete. A nice job by Rudy Saenz to pull that one down, but it is the Chaparrals, unfortunately. It looks like Bennett Huddleston was the one that collided with Saenz, and Bennett Huddleston is on his knees, his helmet down on the ground as he is face forward, and the Chaparrals going down one by one. Brecken Hager already out for what looks like the rest of the ball game. Rhodes' leg got roughed up a little bit, but he's been coming back on the field quickly and made his presence known. But now Bennett Huddleston, a young man that started at the cornerback as he came in last year, and he got the opportunity to start at corner his senior season, and then part of the retooling of the defensive personnel based on numbers. They moved Bennett to what is normally considered a rover position, kind of an outside linebacker position, but right now he is rolled over from his knees onto his back. So very concerned coaching staff and the football team here for one of their guys that's been the difference maker in not only the run defense, but also give them an extra linebacker to blitz. Really the guy that's been called upon to wait on the quarterback out of a zone read or go get the quarterback on those delayed and weak side blitzes, John.
Yeah, he was a crucial piece to this defense. Just his athleticism that he brings to the linebacker position really was key last week, and they're great defensive play as he's now sitting up. But that was one of those plays, just a crossing route over the middle, and just one of those collisions that you've seen so often. It's gotten so much publicity lately. It wasn't a helmet-to-helmet collision, I don't think, but Bennett looked like he may have put his head down Maybe to the midsection. He is up on under his own power right now, walking to the sideline.
That's good news, but what's not good news is that he's got to pass that concussion test, folks, and there is a test that he will undergo immediately when he makes his way to the sidelines. He is not favoring any body part at all, but he is going to have to go through that protocol, and this is something that we've got to keep an eye on, John, really, when you think about it, because if he shows signs of concussion, he's automatically out for a week. They'll have to test him a week from tonight. And if he doesn't have any improvement, he will not be able to play next week. So they're taking him immediately to the sideline, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. But we play football now that Bennett is okay and off to the sideline. The handoff goes to Mendoza, and this time it's a swarm of defensive players. Dave Duran along with Tyler Boss, who is taking the position of Bennett Huddleston as the outside receiver. But Boss, along with Andrew Marsh, the 5'11", 175-pound junior, they were the trio of tacklers there at the 35-yard line. And now second down coming up here for the Austin High Maroons after no gain officially by Mendoza on that run.
Archie Peterson in the game as well as the top corner. I'll tell you what, one thing about Tyler Boss, he came out on the field absolutely fired up to be out there. So you see on that first play, he makes the play.
Now back to pass on second down 10, going for the one-on-one combination on the far sideline. And that pass down the left sideline is incomplete. And now Tate Shaw getting into a little bit of jawing match there with Desmond Barrett, letting know that number one's all over number two there defensively. It's an incomplete pass. Third down and 10 here for Austin High. And so far, Austin High maintaining the football. They've turned it over 4 straight times. And it's led to 28 points, but 35 of those points all unanswered. 35-0 with 3:05 to play here in the first half. Joe Taylor, John Nidell alongside. Now the snap on third down and 10. Now surge to the backfield, and the ball has come out again on the sack on callbacker. We'll have to see if Westlake has the football yet again. Will this be a third forced fumble? We'll have to wait and see. Yes, it is. Coming out of the bottom of the pile is Andrew Marsh. Marsh with a huge hit on the quarterback, and he comes up with the football. And pick your poison there. It's either Daniel Avon or Andrew Marsh. Just an absolute rip to the backfield on the quarterback's back. And yet again, another turnover for Austin High. That is the 5th turnover of the ball game here, as we just kind of count on our own little score sheet here as we're going over it in our mind's eye. But yes, that is the 5th turnover forced by the Westlake Chaparrals. On first down and 10, Jordan Sievert out at the 43-yard line. Jordan with the handoff on the right side, goes to Ben Slaughter. Slaughter wrapped up defensively there. A nice job coming up from behind with Mason Stoke. Stoke makes the tackle for the 190-pound senior, but not before Slaughter squirts forward out to the 48-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup. It'll be second down and 5 with 2:30 to play here in the half.
We mentioned after Austin High's first turnover how great Westlake was doing in the regular season, just in the turnover margin. How about last playoffs? You know, this defense, that's how they're playing. They're forcing turnovers, giving the ball to the offense. The difference, I think, this year is that the offense is more efficient. You have a better Jordan Sievert and a better offensive line.
Second down and 5 here this time. Slaughter getting the call, just dancing, trying to make cuts right there in the middle of the formation. Dancing forward, past the 50-yard line, and into Austin High territory to the 49. And there's a little spring in the step, and you can kind of see the mad scientist working. The plan there, go heavy with Chavez, got them with Ben Slaughter. Remember, Ben Slaughter not a part of the playoff run. That is a speed threat in the middle of the defense that can really catch defenses off guard. Third down and 2 here after the gain of 3 yards to Slaughter. So third and short here, the ball marked just inside the 49-yard line in Austin High territory. 2 wide receivers here to the near side left. A tight end to the left. Now the handoff will go to Slaughter. Slaughter with a first down run. He gets to the second level inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Still on his feet now. Back turns around at the 35-yard line, and then just double steps his way inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. That's a 20-yard pickup. I thought he was dead in the water just outside the numbers, but no. Ben Slaughter able to just spin out of one tackler and then turn a corner on a dime and pick up the first down at the 28-yard line.
Doing his best Earl Campbell impersonation with the pads flapping in the wind.
Now Jordan back to pass, has time. That pass fired over the middle and incomplete. Good hit as the ball got there. And good defense. And coming up and making that pop there, I believe. for the Patrick Dowd, 5'10", 180-pound junior, is making the pop on John Rhodes there in the middle of the formation.
I bet Ben Slaughter never thought he'd be compared to Earl Campbell.
I don't think he'd ever mention, and I know his parents are probably listening right now, probably just doing a second ear, if you will. Did he really just say that? First and 10 from the 29-yard line, the toss to the right side, and now trying to make his way inside the 29-yard line is Alex Chavez. Chavez is falling forward. If anything, I would say with the size of Alex Chavez, you've mentioned Earl Campbell in the same breath as far as style of runner with as big as Alex Chavez is from the waist down with those three trunks. But Ben Slaughter, no, I don't think I'd ever see that. But the pad, the jersey and that pad. Okay. This guy goes Baylor OU, doesn't have a voice, and when he does get to say something, it's all about a huge hit there. The catch is made by Alex Chavez, but he is absolutely upended. It'll be a loss on the play back to the 32-yard line. And just a huge football hit there. A nice job by Condre King, the sophomore. He kept his head out of it. A timeout's been called. He keeps his head out of the hit, lowers the shoulder, and hits Alex Chavez right between the 2 and the 8. And, John, I got to be honest with you, that is a very good football hit. As a big hit on Alex Chavez. And right now, there's one thing that I know that Mike Rosenthal has told his team in preparation for this game, regardless of the score, this Austin High team is going to play physical. They've got a lot of young talent, a lot of athleticism on their defense, and you just saw a big part of what their future might be at middle linebacker and the hit by Condre King.
Yeah, he's very athletic. We've seen a couple of plays from him tonight, getting to the outside and doing a good job of covering these backs on those swing routes. And right there with a nice hit. And I'll tell you what, nowadays you just expect flags to come out anytime a hard hit happens. Good job by the officials there to keep it in their pocket. This is a great hit there by Condre. And it brings up the 4th down for Westlake.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there because Westlake was well on their way to picking up that first down. And there was nothing but green behind Condre King. If that ball gets there just a little bit quicker to Alex Chavez, because it was more of a lob pass by Jordan. And if it got there any quicker, Chavez was going to be able to at least have a shot to elude King. 2 wide receivers each way, and Westlake's going to go for it on 4th down, up 35-0. Jordan fires to the far sideline. That pass caught inside the 20, inside the 25-yard line. And diving out of bounds is Rhodes' leg. He gets up slow, and now he is hobbled on that left side. And right now, you think if you're Darren Allman and company, even though that is a turnover on downs, and right now, if you're thinking, get my guys out of this ball game as soon as possible, as the Westlake Chaparrals going down like flies right now. Bennett Huddleston out of the game. Now Rhodes' leg for the second time. He hobbles off on his own power, but he's favoring the left side. Brecken Hager has gone down, but when we see Brecken actually up and around, that means he's feeling a little bit better. Bennett Huddleston's shaken up a little bit, as they are no doubt checking on a concussion-type symptoms there. But with 10 seconds remaining in the first half, it has just been a very difficult situation here for the Chaparrals. And out of that turnover on downs, callbacker is just going to take a knee and head to the house. So that will do it for the first half. We'll apologize there. We're going to send John down to interview Darren Allman. We'll send it down there at the half, try to get some second half thoughts here as Darren Allman will march into the first half up 35-0. And it's been a pretty interesting half of football when you think about it, John, because one thing that we know coming off a tough loss, 28-27 over Lake Travis, they had to come back. It has not been pretty, but Austin High has been able to give Westlake the opportunity just at least to put the ball in play, run the offense, and the courtesy of 5 turnovers, and it's led to 5 scores off the turnovers, 35 unanswered points, 35-0, and right now it's all Westlake.
Yeah, and the offense has been good, and the defense has been good, too. The concern right now for Westlake going into the second half is really the injuries, because I think that's the main thing coming into this game. Westlake wanted to stay away from key injuries. You mentioned Brecken Hager Now Rhodes' leg, some key injuries in that first half. Hopefully those guys will be okay. Bennett Huddleston as well. Big-time injuries for that Westlake defense. Hopefully they're okay next week.
And that's what we have to look forward to. Of course, we'll bring you some second-half thoughts here from Darren Allman coming out of the break and into the third quarter. But after one half of play, it's all Westlake. The story, turnovers, and Westlake's been able to turn those into points. Your halftime score from Chaparral Stadium, Westlake 35, Austin High nothing. This is Westlake football. Top Chaparral Stadium, Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell, Brian Ferguson, our statistician. Backing the Kyle Ferguson family here, checking out Westlake and Austin High. 35-0 lead here as we welcome John Nidell back into the booth. Getting the first half thoughts of Darren Allman. Inconsistent play. The Westlake Chaparral is obviously going to do their best here to empty the bench, get everybody in the ball game. But right now, John, it's really just about trying to figure out a way to get out of this one alive. A lot of the issues as far as guys getting nicked up, but the biggest one of them all is Brecken Hager. Now, he's a big loss for tonight, but he's a huge loss if that winds up being a problem next week against Henderson.
Exactly. When you think of Samaje Piron, the four-star running back for Henderson, putting up over 200 yards on the ground against Westlake in the first round last year. Just a physical, bruising running back. And you want a guy like Brecken Hager to be healthy. With his size and physical play, you need Brecken Hager, and you need Bennett Huddleston, and you need all your guys on defense to be healthy to go against a physical guy like Samaje Piron next week.
Indeed, with Westlake obviously winning the toss and accepting the ball to lead things off in the first half. They'll be kicking it away from left to right. The men in red, the red jersey tops. And if you take a look at the halftime stats, 134 yards through the air, 141 on the ground, 275 total offense, no turnovers. And I got to correct that number. It's actually 5 turnovers and 152 total yards allowed. Exactly 76 yards on either side of the call sheet there for Austin High, as they pick up 76 yards through the air and 76 yards on the ground. Impressive stuff. Unfortunately, the turnovers, the 5 turnovers, it's led to 28 points of the 35 on the board for Westlake. Now Alex Reeves to kick it off. He puts his right leg into it. It's a line drive kick that will go out of the back of the end zone. Actually bounces at the 1-yard line and just takes a knuckleball hop about 9 yards deep, and it'll stop there. It'll be a touchback here for Austin High, who will move right to left. They wear the white jerseys, the white pants, the maroon numerals, the pinstripe on the shoulder pads, the double pinstripe of maroon there for flair. Kind of has a similar look to the Texas A&M Aggie road jersey when the Aggies go all white. And the maroon helmet with the block white letter A for Austin High. As the Maroons come out, they'll start first and 10 from their own 25-yard line, following the touchback. 2 wide receivers each way in the spread offense here for Callbacher. Callbacher will hand it off here, and Trey Blake stood up immediately. And wow, Luke Womack leading the charge there as losing yardage back to the 21-yard line. That's a 4-yard loss on that run play to Trey Blake.
Yeah, great job there by Womack, and also Daniel Aidman coming in as well. Great team defense on that first play. I'm sure a lot of fans, if they just hear the score 35-0 and hear Coach Allman's comments about being kind of disappointed, probably think that maybe he's a little bit spoiled. But you see the way that first half went with the 5 turnovers, and you kind of understand it. Westlake really wasn't executing as well as they could have.
2 wide receivers each way on 2nd down and 14 from the 21-yard line. That pass is in and out of the hands. Nice defense there on the far side as Alex Reeves getting an opportunity to pick off and play corner, and he's the one defending the intended receiver there on the near side. And that pass is incomplete as it goes in and out of the hands of the would-be receiver on that far side. And I believe it was Casey Schwartzfeger that had that ball go right through his hands. So it's third down and long immediately. The Westlake defense paying dividends here in the opening series of the third quarter.
Yeah, it's another throw there by Callbacker that's right on the money. It's just great defense there by Reeves. He was right on the play, got his hand in there, perfect timing, and knocked it away.
Dickerson on at corner on the other side. Well, a couple of backups here. Now just throwing it up for grabs. The flag's going to come in here as it's an actual incidental contact right around the 40-yard line as the pass is well incomplete.
I don't know if that was catchable either. You're right. I thought that was incidental contact. It looked like their legs may have gotten, their feet may have gotten tangled there. And we're at a conference here by these officials
to see if we pick up that flag, but they're looking to the far sideline are the officials, so we'll see.
They're going to call a hold up before the pass, but I don't know. The timing of when that flag came in, I don't know.
The defensive hold on Westlake, so that'll be the penalty. At least that's exactly right. It's going to be a first down. They'll advance the ball on the defensive holding out to the 31-yard line on the right.
Number 13, defense. First down.
That's an interesting call there as Alex Reeves gets popped for the holding penalty. Defensive holding, mind you, but does not get flagged for pass interference and the incidental contact downfield. And you're right, John. I think they realized that was an uncatchable ball, so they went with the other penalty. Now Reeves lining up here on the near side, opposite of the receiver for Austin High. Part of a duo to the left and a duo to the right for the Maroons. The handoff goes up the middle and just stifling run defense there. Down in the backfield goes the would-be ball carrier Mendoza, Marcelo Mendoza, with Gabe Duran in his kitchen immediately at the 30-yard line. You get a good look at the bearded, the red beard of Darren Allman there. He's letting that playoff beard grow. And who knows, you might be recognizing that it is Movember. His facial hair, you see it at the national level on television, everybody growing their hair. And now the pass here on the second down and 11. It's just a back shoulder opportunity there. And just a good throw by the sophomore quarterback, Bo Kalbacher. And Bo's just delivering that one on the back shoulder to his intended receiver, Casey Schwartzfeger. And Schwartzfeger had probably a pretty easy catch when it came to the throw and where it was. If he'd have been looking in the right direction at the right time, he had a good play on a spin out if he was able to make that catch, but just unable to come up with it there. But tell you what, offense for the Maroons in capable hands if the coaching of Bo Kalbacher continues, because he is some kind of accurate thrower here. He fires the ball again downfield here to the near side in front of the Westlake bench, and a nice play there by Alex Reeves as he basically climbs the ladder and backs the ball away from Schwartzfeger. So good defense here by Alex Reeves. Some of the backup opportunities here that will come in a 35-0 ball game, and Westlake able to put that drive to bed. Back up Tate Shaw right around the 40-yard line.
And you can tell Callbacker really tries to throw that ball at 100 miles an hour every throw, and his misses, whenever he misses his throws, usually are high or too far out in front of his receivers, and that was the case there on that throw.
And for the first time, we see Tyler Cole punt this ball away, averaging right around 35 yards a punt. This one is going high and short. A spiraling punt that will hit at the 49-yard line and take a Westlake hop to the 45. And it'll go out of bounds. So Cole, unfortunately, with a 15-yard punt there as it goes farther up into the stratosphere than it does wide down the field. So Westlake with good field position, the first punt of the night, if you can believe that, John Nidell, as Westlake will start at the Austin High 45-yard line. It's the first time the Chaparrals have been able to get the ball on downs, so to speak. They got the ball to open the game, but other than that, all of their possessions off turnovers, and they turned 5 of them into 28 points. 2 wide receivers to the near side right, 1 to the far side left. The handoff going inside and getting the call out of the backfield on first down and 10 at the 45-yard line. It has been Slaughter, and Slaughter able to start his way forward for about a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8. Slaughter with the touchdown run in the first half. Chavez with 2. We'll wait to see what the official stats say about that recovery in the end zone, as our cameras unfortunately blocked out of the play by the defense for Austin High, so we did not see which offensive lineman recovered that football in the end zone. Two wide receivers to the far side, right in front of the Westlake bench, the wide side of the field. This time the handoff here going to the near side. Now Slaughter lowering his shoulder inside the 40 down to the 34-yard line as he darts forward for a good gain there, down to about the 36-yard line, and he's about a yard shy. Is Ben Slaughter from that first down.
I think this coaching staff, Coach Allman of Westlake, really want to see their starting offensive players. You see Jordan Sievert in there and Ben Slaughter put together one or two sharp drives before they move into the playoffs. Get a sharp drive under your belt before they take them out of the game.
Power eye look and the toss here to Slaughter. Slaughter at the 40, inside the 35, picks up the first down with virtual ease inside the 35-yard line down at the 33. And once again, Elizondo coming out of the bottom of the pile there. Great job on the near side of the field in front of the Westlake bench. Just following the blocks inside the 35 to pick up the first down. 9:05 to play third quarter, all Westlake. They get the punt off the initial opening possession for the Austin High Maroons. And now, after the short punt, they gave them the rock at the 45-yard line. They pick up the first down. Handoff goes to Slaughter. Slaughter straight up the gut ball on the right side. He's tripped up inside the 29-yard line at the 28.
In the playoff scenario for Austin High, they would have had to beat Westlake here tonight. So this is what's going to be their final game of the year.
Zone read play, and Slaughter once again on the quick snap inside the 30-yard line down about the 28. So pick up maybe about a yard and a half on the play for Slaughter as he's following those blocks down there. Will Cope is still in the ball game offensively, so we're still seeing some of the starting offensive linemen in there. Now Brian Keeney and Zach Gansby taking the ball game.
The seniors on this Austin High defense too, and just the emotions right now, final game at Austin High, playing in this second half. They're going to be playing hard. All those guys up front, Corey Claiborne at linebacker.
And a power eye look here on third down and 6, rolling here to the near side. Jordan firing high, man. That pass is juggled and blocked. And Brian Keeney had it on a halfback route that's coming out of the backfield. He just zigged his way across. A little crossing pattern, kind of ran that L route, if you will. Came out of the backfield, darted for the sideline. Just a drag route there for Brian Keeney. Throw was low, he just couldn't come up with it. And it's fourth down here for Westlake. And Austin High very close to at least trying to get this Westlake offense off the field for the first time. They're going to go for it here on fourth down and 4. With the ball just inside the 28-yard line. The Snaps lead the 24 for the first down. Two wide receivers to the far side left, one here to the near side right. That's Patrick Elliott. Keeney the halfback, Slaughter the tailback to the right of Jordan. Here's the snap on fourth down. And now no flag on what should be a false start. Rolling is Jordan, firing downfield, has a man, and that pass is intercepted. The second interception thrown by Jordan Sievert this year, and it goes into the awaiting arms of the defender that was just downfield, Davis Parsons. Parsons, the sophomore, comes up with the interception, and it's the first turnover as Austin High returns the favor. They need 4 more to match it, but an interception on a ball that Jordan probably should not have thrown downfield. He just kind of threw it up. And Tate Shaw was his intended receiver, but it was well short and a fantastic play by Parsons.
And put an asterisk on that turnover because that's from fourth down and 5, and Jordan had nowhere to go. So that actually turns out better for Westlake. Really, that's a ball that Parsons probably should have batted down in that play.
Callbacker on the snap. The handoff will go up the middle. And just a gang tackling there as Dickerson along with Matt Kelly trying to get in there. Max Mangum is in the ballgame now. I think Matt Kelly. It's actually Max Mangum in the ballgame at safety. Once again, Mendoza just turned away from the middle of that defense. It picks up positive yardage, 4 yards, and a tough 4 yards there for Mendoza. He lines up in the backfield to the right of callbacker here on second down and 6 from the 13-yard line. On the snap, to give to Mendoza. Mendoza goes down immediately at the 11-yard line. A 2-yard loss, and once again, pick your Chaparral who got there first. But again, a nice job by the Chaparral defense on that play. Just getting in the backfield and beating their man. right now, John, you got to think that this is actually a kind of dress rehearsal for some of these guys because if Brecken Hager is unable to go, there's some guys that need some playing time to kind of sharpen their game skills, if you will. On 3rd down and 8, this would be a good time to do it. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Hit as he threw the ball was Callbacker, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Marsh thought he might have had an opportunity to swipe it out of the air, but he threw that one, did Callbacker way before he wanted to. Good pressure up front by the Westlake Chaparral defense, and they really just picked your shot there, John. Is a nice job by Manolo Gonzalez creating the pressure in the pocket.
Yeah, good job there by Gonzalez. You really see the speed of Gonzalez at 5'11", 190, the backup defensive end. The junior getting the pressure on the quarterback, forcing a bad throw, and now the punt team coming on for Austin High.
And we'll get a good look once again at new return man. It's Chase Coakley. Coakley resting right around his own 44-yard line. And here's the snap. Tyler Cole gets his right leg into it. A much better punt. It's going to drive Coakley back to the 45-yard line in his own territory. Now sidesteps one tackler. Now puts his foot in the ground. Slide steps his way, doing the electric slide all the way to the 49-yard line. Just trying to keep his feet about him. Maybe a 4-yard return there. As once again, Chase Coakley, the 6'1", 175-pound sophomore. He's a JV call-out coach. And now the Chaparrals will start their second straight drive right around midfield. They started at the Austin High 45. The interception obviously turned out better from a field position standpoint. And now they'll have their second shot at it as Jordan Siebert will call the ball at the 50-yard line. 6:15 to play, 35-0, and now the handoff going here to the near side. Stepping out of one tackler, stiff arming another. And a nice run there by Ben Slaughter as he turns his way inside the 45-yard line. Down to the 42, an 8-yard pickup there. Second down and 2 coming up here as Ben Slaughter really just turning his way to a fine rushing night. He's having a day here on senior night.
You know, last week I was talking with Michelle Tucker and Jerry Spellman of Action Gallery Pros, of course, the photographers, and they cover a lot of JV games. They were talking about Chase Coakley, the guy who got the ball earlier, talking about how great of a player he is.
Play action pass fired to the left side. It's caught at the 40-yard line along the hash mark on the left side. Pass complete to Tate Shaw. Shaw making his first offensive grab of the night as he had the interception, the first of 5 turnovers in the first half, and a nice sales job there as far as selling the handoff to Slaughter and then firing it to the left side. And that slot receiver position vacated by Sean Rawlings here with the injury. He actually has Tate Shaw. Power eye look now on 1st down and 10 from the Austin High 35-yard line. 2 tight ends in the formation here, and now the handoff goes straight up the gut along that right hash mark, and now delivering the blows, Austin High defensively, but Alex Chavez coming up out of the bottom of that pile. A nice job there by Christman. Christman laying the wood on Chavez, but not before he picks up positive yardage down to the 29-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup, but it'll be second down and 4. Inside 5 minutes to play, third quarter, 35-0. Joe Taylor alongside the raspy voiced John Nigel, fresh off Thursday Night Football at Floyd Pace. On the play action, Jordan going deep down the right side, and has a man. That pass is intercepted. Wow, what a grab on the defensive side of the ball. It's really a toss-up between Dansby. And I might have spoken too soon. No, I didn't. That is a great pick right there. It's just mano-a-mano between Zach Dansby and Chris Elizondo. And Elizondo comes down with the football. Great pocket presence, great throw, but Elizondo with a better play on the football. And it was him and Dansby. And Elizondo comes down with it, the second interception in as many possessions here for the Chaparrals, doubling his total in 2 drives in the third quarter against Austin High. Is the senior quarterback, Jordan Siebert. They'd like to have that throw back. I don't know, maybe just a little bit higher up the ladder so that Elizondo couldn't catch the now. But a awesome play by Elizondo. On the play action, ball backer, firing it out to the flat to the 10-yard line. And a nice play there made defensively for the Chaparrals. And Andrew Morris, along with Manolo Gonzalez, for a nice grab there. Easty making the grab and a nice pickup there out to the 10-yard line.
You mentioned my raspy voice. I blame it 100% on the targeting call on K.J. Morton in last night's game. If not for that, I would be at 100% right now.
Yeah, absolutely. voicing your opinion from the stands. After the 7-yard pickup there, they swing it out here to the near side. And a first down attempt here getting across the 11-yard line. A nice job there. Really impressed with Trey Blake. Andrew Marsh on the way. As he comes over and makes the pop on Blake at the 11-yard line. And thought maybe the Blake saw a team there just outside the left half mark. But he was about a yard and a half shy. And it's really due to the tackle made by Andrew Marsh. Michael Seaver came in on the back end, but Marsh really laying the wood. Nice job there to set up third down. Ball on the left hash mark at the 11-yard line in Austin High territory. 2 wide receivers each way out of the spread. They hand it off to Blake. Blake straight forward, met hard at the 11-yard line and driven backwards. But will his forward progress taken to the 12, and will it be good enough for a first down? Trey Blake hitting that hole very hard, and it is close. In between the 12 and 13-yard line, and we will have to see if this is going to be a fourth down try. It looks like it is about, well, it looks like they're going to take a timeout here, an official timeout, if you will, for a measurement. But big hit, just top on top. You can hear the pads really striking each other as the defenders went right at Trey Blake to try to stop him from picking up the first down. It was very close. And we're looking at it here from our vantage point on the left hash mark, and they're going to bring the chain gang out. We'll stretch this one from where the drive started right around the 3-yard line, it looks like. And it is literally, I would say, a flies. Really, when you think about it. They do have that's probably the insects there. I went to that thing, what is it called? The place where they keep all the insects in New Orleans. I went by there. A lot of eyes looking at me when you walk by there. Down Canal Street is pretty hilarious. It's in a bye week, no less. Pretty scary, especially at night. Not good. I thought I was afraid of clowns. Not so. Not so. Fourth down and inch, if you will. Fourth down and inch. And now Tyler Cole will punt it away on fourth down. So the Chaparrals hold, but with nobody back deep to receive. Cole gets this one up, angles it towards the right side. That's a nice punt, but it takes a Westlake Chaparral bounce at the 38-yard line back towards the 35. And it comes to rest at the 36-yard line. And for the Austin I Maroons, they try to put together back-to-back drives. They're the beneficiary of 2 interceptions. Nick Foster downs the ball, but once again the Sacks did it with no damage done. So they turn the ball over twice, both of them interceptions thrown by Jordan Stevens. Now the Sacks operate from the Austin High 36-yard line. So really, the drives have started at the 45-yard line in Austin High territory, at midfield, and now here at the 36. 3 drives, all of them start right around midfield or in Austin High territory. The handoff goes to Slaughter. Slaughter inside the 35-yard line down to the 34. Nice gain on first down, and that's a down that will be big for Westlake next week against Hendrickson. As Slaughter races back to the huddle there. Just following his big blockers up front there, trying to step out of a would-be tackler there at the bottom of the pile. Slaughter takes his place in a power eye with a receiver each way. Rhodes lined up as a wide receiver here to the near side right. On 2nd and 8, student body right, the toss to Slaughter. Slaughter at 30, Slaughter at the 25, and he picks up the first down inside the 25-yard line as he steps out of bounds. And tackled there nicely for the Austin High Marine defense. Impressive play right now by the defense as Patrick Dow, the 5'10", 180-pound junior, getting an opportunity to stay with Slaughter and to stop that run route there. As you can see, he took a good angle, did Dow, as he dropped Ben Slaughter, but after the first down run. 12-yard pickup and a first down at the 22-yard line, just outside the red zone to the right hash mark. 2 wide receivers to the far side left, 1 here to the near side right. Now Jordan on a flanker screen. That pass is caught on the far side, inside the 20, and still on his feet inside the 15-yard line. Nice move after the catch, and a nice job just really just John Rhodes going low. A 6'2" wide receiver, he went low and just corralled that ball. Nice job focus-wise of catching the ball and then running. He picks up enough yardage for a first down to the 11-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup on the pass play. And now, very quickly, in an up-tempo formation, Malik Jacobs into the ball game, and Jacobs with the carry. He's inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. Malik Jacobs, he's a guy that we always like to watch. It's kind of a shame we didn't get to see him last week against Lake Travis. He had the speed threat that I thought maybe would get peppered in late but the junior tailback in the ball game to the right of Jordan Seaver. On second down and goal from the 7-yard line. Malik will take it, bounce it out to the right side. Spin move it into the end zone. Touchdown, Malik Jacobs. The second time in this season where Malik Jacobs has lowered his shoulder, put on a spin move, and taken it into the end zone. An acrobatic, tough running style. Touchdown, Malik Jacobs. Touchdown, Westlake.
Good job there by Malik to see the hole on the outside, bouncing outside, and he did a great job of lowering his pads and making himself smaller than he already is. That way, a hit comes and he just bounced off, spun off of a hit into the end zone. Nice touchdown there for Malik.
Snap it down to kick his left, the extra point good with 68 seconds left in the third quarter. It is Westlake 42, Austin High nothing. This is Westlake football.
On game days, you see me running out here with close to 100 other people. It's a team effort. It takes all of us to make UT football a success. It's a lot like you and your finances. You need to surround yourself with the best people in the business. That's where University Federal Credit Union comes in. The UFCU team works hard to make sure your financial game plan is always in shape. University of Texas Athletics and University Federal. So close, we share the same.
A 5-play, 36-yard drive, and John Naldez just told me the funniest thing he has ever said, and he didn't mean it. I'll share it with you later. 1 minute and 33 seconds off the third quarter clock. Capped by a 7-yard touchdown run by Malik Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown of the season. And for Malik, an electric run as he lowered the shoulder, as you heard John say, made himself smaller, able to spin, and to use the low center of gravity that he holds as 5'8", 155-pound tailback. Now Alex Reeves kicks this one off. He line drives it for Elizondo at the 1. Out of the 5-yard line, Elizondo at the 10, and he'll be tripped up there at the 11-yard line. Nice job there in making the stop for the Westlake Chaparrals. They really just get benefit of just being in the same area. You know, I apologize. Hey, guys, added to this roster today, and we didn't get this roster until just before kick. And the young man making that opportunity there is Mark Carter. Mark Carter been on the roster the entire season, but getting the opportunity on special teams as we get a good look at Big Will Copa. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Once again, Austin High facing a 42-0 deficit. They pass it out to the right side, and then a flag has come in on the far sideline. And the pass was tipped. I'm not too sure what this flag is going to be about. We'll hear about it here from our referee in just a moment. But the penalty on the far side of the play, as we get the benefit of the replay, the pass was tipped by Tyler Boss.
If this doesn't get waved off, this is going to just be a really bad call that they're talking about. And I have faith that they will wave this flag off here.
And Arnold Gladson, is actually going to call it.
That is...
It's an unfortunate penalty there because Austin High will get the benefit of the yardage, and again, for the sake of the ball game, as we get a look at.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 13. Automatic first down.
That's it twice that Alex Reeves has been caught with a call. This time it's actually pass interference, so it will be an automatic first down. The ball will be taken out to the 17-yard line along the right hash mark as Austin High will scrimmage here with the last 55 seconds. And the reason that is an unfortunate call on Westlake's benefit, especially Alex Reeves, because that ball was tipped by Tyler Boss. It automatically becomes a live ball. And all bets are off as far as contact with the receiver. On first down and 10, going for it all down the right sideline. And that was almost caught. But good defense there as they attack Alex Reeves again on that right side. And Alex Reeves kicked the ball, and now flags come in from the backside. He kicks the ball off, and now he kicks the ball back towards, I thought maybe a flag came in. I saw something come in, but a flag has been thrown, I believe. It looks like they might pick it up. normally you get penalized there for just kicking the ball, but he was just kicking the ball downfield. But
we have a dead ball foul. We have a delay of game. Number 13 kicks the ball off the ground. It's going to be second down.
So Alex Reeves was trying to figure out why he was penalized there for just really, they replaced the ball in every single down. There's a ball boy on the far side of the field racing in. He was literally trying to help play along by kicking the ball back downfield. That should not have been penalized from my vantage point, but Alex Reeves just touched up with the flags here tonight. Now another flag. This is a free play as the handoff will go to Mendoza along the left side. He bounces it outside the left hash mark, out past the 25-yard line to the 27. But this is a free 5-yard penalty here, and most likely will be offsides on Westlake.
I really don't like that delay game call on that last play. It was clear what Reeves was doing. He wasn't trying to showboat or kick the ball hard downfield.
That penalty is going to be declined, and they will take the yardage on the run, which is about 4 out to the 26-yard line. In fact, the ball in between the 26 and the 27-yard line on the left hash is also behind moves left to right. On our television broadcast, again, the replay. You get a good look at some pretty good friends there, and nice battle made as well between center and quarterback Bobby Dwyer and Jordan Siebert. Dwyer, the 3-year starter and captain of this offensive line and captain of the football team. Of course, Jordan Siebert, second-year starter, has thrown 2 interceptions here in the third quarter. And Alex Reeves is really the benefactor of unfortunate flags thrown his way. Alex Reeves on an uncatchable ball called for incidental contact, and that incidental contact was actually penalized courtesy of the defensive holding call. He would have been called for pass interference if the ball had not been uncatchable in the previous drive. In this drive, he's been called for pass interference. The ball was tipped, so it's a questionable call in the pass interference. And then on the next play, they attack him, and they go downfield on the one-on-one coverage with the quarterback, Gold Callbacker. Callbacker attacking him down the right sideline. The pass is incomplete. He held his ground, did his job, and then Reeves tried to speed up the play by literally just split kicking the ball back towards the line of scrimmage because the actual play went about 40 yards downfield. He was just trying to do everybody a favor and got flagged for it. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line as everybody's set to go. A quick strike here in the middle of the field, and that pass is caught at the 29-yard line. And this grab there by Sportscenter, even better pursuit there. Tyler Boss coming in and making the pop initially, but a slew of tacklers there. And Andrew Marshall, Tyler Boss, two some mighty fine backups there, just playing their hearts out in the middle of the defense with a 42-0 lead. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. And it ends with just 7 points on the board. 2 interceptions thrown by Jordan Siebert, but only 1 touchdown, and that is in the form of Malik Jacobs' 7-yard run. We'll be back in a moment for the fourth quarter. This is Westlake football.
Bedbugs can invade your home via unexpected places, like from a college dorm room or a family trip. Bedbugs are hard to detect and almost impossible for a homeowner to get rid of themselves. ABC's heat remediation process is the most effective non-chemical treatment available. Heat gets rid of bedbugs in a matter of hours with no damage to household contents. With a single treatment, rooms can return to normal use free of bedbugs. For bedbug problems, call ABC Home and Commercial Services, specialists for your environment.
We welcome you back to Chaparral Stadium. We start of the fourth quarter as Austin High now keeps the football right at their own 30-yard line. It'll be second down and 8 after a 2-yard catch by Casey Portfeather. Picks up 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 here as Austin High now moves left to right in the fourth quarter. Still no wind to speak of. Inside 59 degrees here. A perfect night for football to close out the regular season. 42-0 lead here for the Westlake Chaparrals. And now, Callbacker with a nice pass down the left side. That ball caught the numbers at the 42-yard line. And a nice drive there by Sportfeather. And Coach Reeves on the stop there. And Casey makes the grab. It's a pickup of 14 yards with a first down out to the 41-yard line. Just a really nice throw there by Bo as he angled it to the far side. A nice catch there by Casey on the other end. First down, Austin High.
Trying to figure out how Casey's Schwarzenegger has only 26 catches on the year. Of course, that goes for 400 yards, 15.4 per catch, which is pretty enormous for a receiver, but I think he has more catches.
And now a handoff to Gonzalez straight up the gut, and Mendoza, apologies. Mendoza out to the 45-yard line, so he picks up 4 yards there. It'll be second down and 6.
And you know Austin High, especially this being their last game of the season, certainly doesn't want to end the season with a start. This offense is good enough to put some plays together and put some points on the board. We'll see if they can do that in the final 11 minutes of this game.
So on second down and 6, after the 4-yard gain, back to pass is Callbacker. He goes deep down the left side. That pass is overthrown, and no flags thrown there. The intended receiver downfield once again is Casey Schwarzenegger. And you got to remember that really this team's missing a pair of stars. Deion Barnes kicked off the team, and really Quincy Reese, kind of the heart and soul of the offense as far as being the multi-athletic player that he is. He can run the ball. He can come out of the backfield. He can come out of the wide receiver spot. He can run in the slot. He can return kicks. He's one of those guys that when he went down in the Bowie game, he has not played since. And Quincy Reese, 46 carries, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. And now flags fly here early. This is going to be once again on Westlake. And we have seen kind of some uncharacteristic defensive line play here for the Chaparrals. Checking into the ball game is Nate Flanagan on defense, along with Christian O'Connor.
Well, once again, they're doing a great job with their hard counts, getting Westlake's defense to jump outside.
26. Defense. Third down.
And 26 against the defense. I want to say that that's Andrew Zucker, but I know better. Andrew Zucker really can't run all that well. He is the designated short. But it might actually, no, Andrew Zucker getting in on the ball. No secondary number 26 there. Zucker with some playing time here. Nasty injury this summer. He has done well just to be able to short snap with field goals. But an excellent job here by him actually getting an opportunity to play. Handoff goes inside, down the left hash mark, and Thomas the snap well at the bottom of that pile. Just a nice job there defensively for the Scouts. Bobby Bukowski makes the pop. And it's very close to a first down, but only about a yard gain to the 50. And Austin High needs the Westlake 49 for the first down. It's fourth down time here. We'll see if Mike Rosenthal opts to go for it. He's got the offensive line to do it, and it looks like they're going to go for it here on fourth down. A bad call here, and you're down 42-0 with 10 minutes to play in the ball game. And now a timeout's going to be called. We will take it as well. Back in 60 seconds. This is Westlake football.
For 102 years, the Coverts have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
Welcome back to Chaparral Stadium. We'll get a good look at Tyler Boston television broadcast. Of course, you can catch this game live Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And here's the fourth down play as Bo Colbacker is just going to lean his way in, but a flag is thrown. Looks like this one's going to be against Westlake anyway, so it'll be an automatic first down with a penalty, but they would have gotten it anyway. The flags fly. We'll get the official word here in just a moment. And Arnold Gladstone
scores against Westlake. There's going to be plenty to work on in this week leading into the playoffs after this game.
5-yard penalty. Number 45 is lined up outside. Defense, first down.
5-yard penalty will take it to the Chaparral 45-yard line. An automatic first down on that penalty. So you get a good look at Kalbacher just getting the opportunity to move his team down the field. One thing to note, no turnovers here for the Austin High Maroons. Now firing downfield, a high arcing pass coming back for it is Fortfeather, and now flag is thrown again. And this time it is going to be against Alex Reeves, and this one is the right call. Reeves got tied up in the coverage there as the ball was floating up in the air like a wounded duck. And it's a good spiral, but it just hung up in the air forever, and Fortfeather had to come back in that situation. Reeves forced to eye the football and come back to it, and he could not do it. If he'd have turned his shoulders and looked for the football, he probably wouldn't have gotten flagged. But nonetheless, just a high arcing pass that never came down.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. Automatic first down.
Alex Reeves does not have fun watching this game, unfortunately. But that one, unfortunately, is on him. That one is a true blue pass interference call. Nothing really you can argue against it. But the other three flags that he has had thrown on him tonight have been, well, let's just say, we can be pretty judgmental here in a 42-0 ball game, but in a 0-0 ball game, they probably should have stayed in the pocket of the referees. On first down and 10, headed Alex Reeves' way again is Kolbacher, and the Kolbacher, though, connects once again. And I'll tell you what, this combination, it's a shame that Casey Fortfeather is a senior, because right now, number 14 and number 8 on all cylinders. We'll get you an update on those stats here in just a minute between Bo Kolbacher and Casey Fortfeather. That is another pass for a first down inside the 20-yard line down to the 15. Nice pickup there. Once again, very impressive. Sophomore quarterback. Kids, you got to pay attention. This might be a 3-16 and a 2-3 team in district. Battling a 42-0 lead, but this is a good quarterback. And he fires to the near side. That pass is caught at the 10-yard line. A few of Westlake defenders on the play. Marion Mamon along with Tyler Boss and Alex Reeves. And it looks like coming over and making the pop there for Westlake and just kind of bottling everybody up is William Brown, the intended receiver there. Making the grab of Desmond Boss. Pick up down to about the 10-yard line.
You know John Gruden would really love Kolbacher and Fortfeather. Don't you love Gaines, Jones, and Bacher?
Exactly. He would be all over the pronunciations, unlike I am tonight. He would love that combination, that's for sure. But after the 5-yard pickup, he's second and 5 from the 10. Going to the end zone. Corner route here. And right to the pylon. I'll tell you what, that's a good route, even though it's incomplete. Devon Eastie was over there, and Eastie really just making a beeline for the pylon in the back corner of the end zone there on the left side. And I don't care what you say, that pass is incomplete, but they're going to watch that. Route is great for the wide receiver combination. The Kolbacher and the Fortfeather. Fortfeather has 7 catches for 76 yards. Impressive night here, especially in the second half. 8:20 to play, 42-0, and now a third down and 5 coming off the incomplete pass. Now here's the snap. Firing here to the near side. That pass is intercepted and then a collision. Oh, wow. A huge collision between Alex Reeves and the pass. Hope everybody's okay there. But Kenny Clark Caitlin and Alex Reeves just colliding. Reeves had the interception. And with that had been sweet redemption as Reeves would have come up with the interception after being called for 4 flags tonight. He would have been able to kind of redeem himself, so to speak, with an interception, but he collided with Bateman right at the 5-yard line and jarred the ball loose. Incomplete fourth down. Those guys don't have pitchers, so they are okay. Nice play there by Reeves. Fourth down and 5. The trio of receivers to the left side of the formation. Back to pass on fourth down. Kolbacher over the middle. Now pass is juggled and dropped. And just as we give credit to the combination between 14 and 80, and now a flag is put in at the back end of the play as Tyler Boss was there to break up the play. Boss with maybe some words for Fortfeather, and now a flag has come in, and this one's going to be probably a personal foul against Westlake.
What a great play there. Late hit. Good call by the back.
Yeah, the dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 80, White.
Yeah.
He's 15 yards from the end of the line. In the previous spot. First down, Webb.
So maybe, and just as we are quick to indict Tyler Boss, it looked like he was more celebratory in the fact that he was the one that kind of made the push. But that's kind of interesting call. It looked like both parties here. We have the courtesy of the television replay here for all of you listening live on the radio. There was a little bit of pushback there on the other end. It didn't look like there was much in the way of words exchanged there, just some celebratory nothings, if you will, there. That's a personal foul called, and probably not necessarily. We'll get to the rest of that explanation here in a moment as Malik Jacobs dives forward out to the 30-yard line. And Malik Jacobs for the touchdown run here. The only foul in the first quarter as he advances the ball 5 yards along the left pass block out to the 30. And just to wrap up that five game, it didn't look like he was really guilty to any kind of extracurricular activity. It might have been something he said, and at the end of the day, if you said something and kind of pushed away from Tyler Boss, and if you said something, that might draw the unsportsmanlike conduct. So the took was just words, but actions really didn't look like it was that big of a problem. But on second down and 5 from the 30-yard line, the handoff going to Malik Jacobs, trying to bounce his way outside the right hash mark. He picks up the first down outside the 30 to the 32-yard line before he's brought down to the 45-yard line. I'll tell you what, Malik Jacobs has got a special kind of gear when he bounces it to the outside. Following his blockers, doing an excellent job getting outside the right hash mark, picking up the first down, lowering shoulders at the end of the run. Just a nice job there overall. Textbook football from Malik Jacobs as he picks up the first down out to the Chaparral 45-yard line. A pickup of 15 yards and a first down. Two wide receivers here to the near side left. Handoff, this time getting the call up the middle. And now the ball gets away from the body there of the ball carrier. You actually get a good look at who's carrying the football here. We do have a second number 27, I believe. And we don't have a second 27. We do have
number 27. Bateman gets the ball.
And it's not Canyon Clark Bateman, as you heard Brad Fields are. And that's unfortunate when you add so many players up from the JV. The reason we know that is not Canyon Clark Bateman is because the number 27 is white on his uniform and not blue. Canyon Clark Bateman's been on the varsity. His number is blue and it's trimmed in white. And now getting the call of the quarterback keeper, and he actually has been playing quarterback here for the last couple of games. He's trying to shuffle our roster here.
Gets the ball inside the 40 and down to the 36.
A nice job there.
Robert Mayhoff on the stop for Austin.
Mayhoff on the stop. And right now it looks like it is, I want to say it's Christian O'Connor, and that's exactly who is running the snaps right now. They're going with technically a guy that runs the ball a lot of the time, but he's just in there to hand off. So after the first down run and a nice pickup there for Christian O'Connor, a 19-yard pickup on that quarterback keeper, and he is back running the show here. Now the handoff going straight up the gut. Wish he knew who number 27 was.
Back Kelly in his quarterback, hands off. Bateman gets the ball down to the 30. Patrick Gowell on the stop for Austin.
A nice job there. Matt Kelly getting an opportunity to run the offense and get under center.
And it's fullback for the Westlake Chaps. Matt Kelly, number 33.
Now Christian O'Connor down to the ball game at quarterback. Fans will have to bear with us here. We are off the 2 deep and probably off the 4 deep. We're getting some JV call-ups as well. Now Missouri Reed with 42-0 the score. As we take a look at it here, Matt Kelly actually is number 33.
Kelly hands off to J.P.
Handoff goes to J.P. Dillow. Dillow with his first carry tonight as he carries it inside the 30 down to the 29. So Matt Kelly is wearing number 3 and 33 and not Christian O'Connor. And once again, our apologies there as Kelly in at quarterback.
Third down and 3 for the
inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line to set up third down and 3. So Kelly at quarterback wearing the number 33. Christian O'Connor's number all year long, but Kelly gets it here tonight. 4.5 minutes to play in the ball game, 42-0. And now flags come in as we believe it's going to be a timeout for Westlake. We will take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
For 102 years, the Covers have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
Kelly with two wide receivers here to the near side left on 3rd down and 3. The ball marked at the 29-yard line along the right hash mark, and now Kelly's going to pull it. He'll run for a first down inside the 25-yard line down to the 23. But he's dropped at the 22-yard line. So a nice job there by Mike Kelly. And Kelly picks up the first down and a bevy of second, third, and fourth team guys and JV call-ups. But Kelly just doing a nice job there, taking what was given to him on the zone read play. Joe Taylor back upstairs with you in the UFC broadcast booth as we call the action here at Chaparral Stadium. 42-0 your score. Westlake leading Austin High with 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Power eye look here as Kelly is under center. And the handoff will go into the backfield, and the deep setback is running off the right side of the formation there. J.P. Dillard getting the call there. He's just trying to make his way back towards the huddle is J.P. Nice job there for Austin High. Unfortunately, we've got numbers there where there's been some great call-ups, and unfortunately, we don't have that information on number 69. So our apologies there. Matt Kelly again wearing Kristen O'Connor's number, and Matt Kelly under center. The handoff will go to Malik Jacobs. Jacobs is spreading his way inside the 15, down to the 10-yard line, and he has picked up the first down to the 10, and it is first and goal Westlake. Wow, what a run there by Malik Jacobs. You can see there is quite a change of pace when Malik gets into the ball game. That is a 10-yard run, a first down, and it's first and goal Westlake at the 10. And as John Nidell will make his way down to the sidelines, my thanks to Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew for bringing all the sights and sound to the final home game here in the regular season. Westlake trying to move into a 4-2 district record here. Now Mangum under center. And the handoff will go to Jacobs. Jacobs along the left side, steps out of one tackle, still on his feet somehow, and inside the traffic around the 9-yard line, he pushes his way forward to the 8. Nice job there as Wilson's on the stop for Austin High to set up second down and goal. John Nidell now comfy cozy on the sidelines, making his way up the track towards the action on the far side of the field. He's walking from the right side of the track to his left. 2:27 remaining in the ballgame. There's been a timeout called, and we go to the sidelines now. John, it's really an interesting story when you think about all the inconsistent play here. One thing that Westlake has really stayed away from in the entire season are the penalty yardage. I mean, they average right around 5 to 6 penalties a game, maybe 45 yards total penalties per ball game. That's not a lot when you think about how many plays are run against them defensively, and of course how many plays they run on offense. But tonight it has been just a flag-heavy game for the Chaparrals. And that's been a problem tonight. And now John Nidell down the sidelines. So thanks to him for interviewing Karen Allman after this one. The deep setback here for Westlake. The handoff is given, and the unfortunate part about this is number 27. And I want to be able to say, when you can hear Brad Fields say that it's Kane Clark Bateman. Perhaps John can find out who number 27 is down there. And a good run there inside the 7-yard line down to the 6. It's going to set up third down and goal, and a third down. Upon that third down, a timeout has been called.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you'll direct your attention to
and we
the
go down the sidelines as John Nidell is going to tell us who hopefully number 27 is in the backfield there.
Luxury Auto play of the game.
Really?
Seabird's pass
Didn't really understand that Cannon Park Blakeman actually played running back. And it's kind of interesting because number 27, the reason we haven't been calling his name, and my apologies. Okay. Okay. So a double switch, if you will, in football terms when it comes to, and it looks like the injured player there for the Austin High Maroons walking off in his own power is Davis Parsons, the young man that had one of the 2 interceptions on Jordan Siebel earlier tonight. He walks off his own power, so good news there following the official timeout for the injury on the field. So Christian O'Connor and Matt Kelly switching jerseys. Kelly opting for number 33. A nice of O'Connor to do that. He picks up the JV jersey, number 27. So now we do know that Christian O'Connor is in the backfield wearing the number 27. Power eye look here. Here's the toss. It's fake. Now Mangum coming around the corner. Mangum at the 5. Mangum at the 1. Mangum at the 2. Unfortunately, he was making his way to the 1-yard line, kind of stutter step back towards the 2-yard line, but he falls forward, and they're going to say that his knee is down at the 2-yard line. It's just wicked running right there by Mangum as he lowered his shoulder, and a good pop at the end of that play by Connor Wilson.
Fourth down for the Chaps. Line of scrimmage is 2.
Look here is O'Connor, the deep step back with Mangum on 4th down. The toss to the right side, trying to make his way down the 1-yard line and into the end zone, but it doesn't look like they're going to make it. The Westlake Chaparrals are signaling touchdown. They can't believe it.
To J.P. Dillow.
J.P. Dillow right on the 1-yard line on 4th down, and they can't do it. 4th and goal. They thought maybe that he got into the end zone, and from that vantage point, it looks like J.P. Dillow is into the end zone, but you can see there at the very bottom of your screen, if you're watching on the television broadcast, that his knee hit the 1-yard line before the ball crossed the plane. John, you got a good look at it down there on the sideline, but that looks like the right call. On 4th and goal, they run it with J.P. Dillow, and Dillow comes up short.
I tossed out to Dillow, and that may have slowed the play just a little bit. Didn't give Dillow enough of a chance to run downhill as he caught that football, but I think you're right there. It looked like his knee was down, and Austin High will take over.
Austin High will take over from literally inside the 1-yard line. And they're just going to try to get this ball out with some operating room. They'll toss it to the outside of the 5, out to the 9-yard line, lowering his shoulder just outside the 10-yard line. At the numbers on the left side is Blake, and Blake is lowering his shoulder and creating the room necessary out to the 11-yard line. 42-0, 1 minute and 15 seconds. Clock moving here in the 4th quarter. This one all but done. Final 60 seconds coming up for Austin High, and they get the benefit to end the ball game with the football. After the 4th and goal play from the 1, and J.P. Dillow could not get into the end zone. They turn it over on downs. Now a toss to Blake. Blake elects the 15 out to the 20, and Blake picks up the first down out towards the 22-yard line, and the clock will stop as he bounces it just outside the numbers. Very impressed with the sophomore class here that will be juniors next year for Austin High, and that includes, and should say, the junior class as well, with Blake being a junior. He will be a senior next year, and I tell you what, armed with this kind of quarterback in Bo Kalbacher, you got to believe, John, that Austin High is going to have some weapons moving forward. And now the toss to Blake. Blake wrapped up immediately behind the line of scrimmage. Swarming defense there is a number of Chaparral jerseys there leading the way on the far side. Charlie Person down there as well. Kind of lead dog there coming out of the right side of the formation. Final 8 seconds, no timeouts left for Austin High, and this will do it. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. We can hear the crowd counting down, and that will do it for Chaparral Stadium. The final regular season game is in the books for Westlake. Of course, the disappointing loss to Lake Travis in district play 1 week ago at Lake Travis High School Stadium. But tonight it ends in victory. The regular season does for Westlake as the men in red will congratulate Austin High on a well-fought game, a very physical game. Unfortunately, that left Brecken Hager sidelined for the remainder of the game against Brecken yet. He'll have to be evaluated further. Did not see him sitting down along the bench in the second half. Really couldn't spot him from up here in the broadcast booth. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And Westlake now moves on to their 26th consecutive playoff berth. They will play the champions of District 16-5A as they did a year ago. The Hendrickson Hawks armed with Oklahoma recruit Samaje Perine, and Samaje Perine in the big back for Hendrickson. The undefeated Hawks will take on the Westlake Capitals. It will be a battle of the birds yet again in the bi-district level here in Region 2 as Westlake represents Division 2. The second seed here in District 15-5A after the loss to Lake Travis. They will move on. And just a quick broadcast note. We will be on the air at 7 o'clock live from John Gutford Stadium where the 2013 season started 11 weeks ago against Cedar Park. Unfortunately for the Westlake Capitals, they lost the opening contest 43-21. And they're trying to turn Gutford Stadium into a win as they will play the Hendrickson Hawks at 7:30 Friday night. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock, of course, at the pregame show. We await the postgame thoughts of Darren Allman with John Nigel here in just a moment. And John Nigel obviously down the sidelines in place of Abe Garcia. We'll get the thoughts of Darren Allman before we leave you from Chaparral Stadium for the final time here this season. It has been a nice game here for both Austin High and for Westlake. A traditional rival game. But unfortunately, due to numbers, coaching changes, and of course, all the injuries that befall the football team here at the high school level, Mike Rosenthal, after winning back-to-back games against Anderson had come from behind fashion, and of course, a solid win over Del Valle a week ago, running their district record to 2-3 before this final loss. So for Mike Rosenthal's team, falls to 4-6 on the season. Excuse me, 3-7 on the season, and Westlake 5-6-4 on the season. They get out of district play with a 4-2 record, dropping their only two games against Bowie and Lake Travis, the two better teams in this district as far as the top end of 15-5A. And as the Westlake alma mater plays, the band, along with the cheerleaders, the Westlake football team, the trainers swaying back and forth, singing the alma mater for the final time here in the 2013 season. Hats off to all the seniors. Again, that includes senior band members, senior highline members, cheerleaders, all of the seniors here at Westlake Technical Entertainment crew as they keep their final game from Chaparral Stadium here. And we gear up for the playoff run. Not dead yet as far as the Chaparrals are concerned. You remember it was two losses, or a loss to Lake Travis a year ago that really fueled the fire for the bi-district win over Hendrickson out of the Pflugerville Independent School District, and then, of course, a fantastic run to the state semi-final game. And unfortunately for the Westlake Chaparrals, they fell on the last-second field goal to Cedar Hill. But now Darren Allman, after the alma mater is concluded, we take it downstairs to John Nigel, who is with Darren Allman.
Well, Coach, final game of the regular season. You head out on the playoffs. You can finally start thinking about the playoff run. What's going through your mind after tonight?
Well, just proud of a group of seniors. You know, you think about them when you're at your last home game, and what a group of seniors this is. And I'm just so proud of them, the way that they've pulled together this year and really come together into a good football team that's got a chance, I think, to make a run. And, we've been waiting on this time now for some time, and we've got a long road ahead of us. And here in Region 2, it looks like it's going to be a pretty similar road through the playoffs, and starting off with Hendrickson as it did a year ago. So we got we got a big tour ahead of us. But I like our football team. I like our chances, and we can't wait till next Friday. And it should be a great atmosphere, and Gufton's going to be a great place to play the game. And but for tonight, I'm proud of them for taking care of their business, coming out here tonight doing that. It wasn't perfect at times, and there's a lot of things that we would rather have not happened. But 42-0, their last game, that'll be a good memory for them, and they always like beating Austin High. It's fun to do. So we'll go back to work this weekend and get ready for a big football game next week.
You mentioned that you played Hendrickson last year. Of course, Samaje Perine back at running back. What are some of the things that you take from last year's game that can maybe help you this year?
Well, one of the things we figured out last year, we played great run defense against them last year, and late in the game, we had one play, I think, where we missed a fit, and he took it the distance, and so that's the thing about him. He's such a great back that, if you make a mistake on defense, he can take it the distance, and so you really got to play flawless on defense to stop him, and that's where it starts with them more than most teams. You've got to stop the run and force them to throw, and so we're going to have to get a lot of people up around the line of scrimmage, which means our secondary will have to hold up a lot in single coverage. But we've been there before against good running backs in the last few years, so we like the challenge, and we've got some good running backs too. So we're going to be fine.
All right, Coach, we'll see you next week.
Okay, John. Thanks.
Joe.
Thank you very much. John Nidell down the sidelines, doing double duty tonight as our sideline reporter there. And, of course, here, Darren Allman talk about it here. We welcome you back into the UFC broadcast booth here at Chaparral Stadium. And down on Eddie Neptune Field, and for the final time in 2013, the Westlake Chaparrals taking care of business. A shutout for the defense over the Austin High Maroons, who moved the ball well all game long. 42-0 your final score as Westlake takes care of Austin High. My thanks to Westlake Technical Entertainment crew, and, of course, all the seniors on that staff shooting their final home game. All the seniors enjoying tonight as their final 2013 broadcast comes to a close. And then my thanks to all of the good folks at Westlake Technical Entertainment crew. You can watch this broadcast Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. That's Channel 408 in the digital tier, and the HD tier, Channel 1509. My thanks to all of the hardworking folks down on the sidelines, and, of course, everybody here, as Brian Ferguson, our statistician, and Cameron Walker, our on-site producer, and, of course, John Nidell. We'll have the post-game show coming up on the radio side of things, but until then, we say good night. Until a week from tonight, the bi-district round of the playoffs begin at John Gupton Stadium in Cedar Park, Texas, at 7:30 on Friday night. It's Westlake and Hendrickson. We'll see you then. This is Westlake Football.